Hello. Are we here? Can everybody hear y'all? Hello. Hello. Can y'all hear everybody? Let me know. Cool. Love to hear that. Back
to reality.
Come on.
However do you want it?
I'm
However
sorry.
do you need it?
I was just over here chilling. I was like, wait a minute. Oops, I gotta come back at some point.
What's good? Hello, everybody. Welcome into this lovely discussion we're going to be having today. Hi, best friend. Hello.
Oh my God, it's my best friend.
What's up, Sonic?
What's good, y'all? Hey, chicks. Hey, Summer. Hello, everybody in chat.
Hello, all you beautiful peeps.
Oh, be nice. I didn't know you were streaming. Let me invite you real quick.
Okay,
It's
we about to
gonna-
have all the communities. Hello.
Okay, we love it.
Meshing. Make sure y'all follow, baby.
Yes.
Go follow
Yeah,
my
make
Black
sure you
Kings, Queens,
follow.
and Monarchs. Hello.
Follow or else. Okay. All right, I sent you the invite. Let's see what we got going on here.
See what you do.
I got on my famed bandana because I'm trying to hide this
Hey.
disaster piece on my scalp.
Period. It's okay. You know, we gotta do what we gotta do. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Looks like we got everybody in here. All right. Let me mute my streamer bot so it's not screaming at y'all.
You so silly with this text message.
Because I don't know. Because I don't know.
Yeah, that's my bestie.
Oh, okay.
Hey, bestie.
I
So
was
the
like,
two names you'll see that we call me bestie, or maybe three.
oh,
are,
okay.
Fitz and what is her name right here? Sarabi.
Got
She
you.
got so many names. She's a girl of many cloths.
Period.
Hey, thanks for that follow.
We
Period.
appreciate the follows. Oh my God, they chicks and giggles.
It is the lovely chicks. Let's see. All right, I'm trying to make sure I got everything in here. Okay, we got chat going. Let me mute
I
streamer
was muted in my
bot.
actual stream.
Oh,
and I'm
no.
talking through, there's an actual. Y'all just don't listen. Rules, baby. I need y'all to come here. I shouted this out earlier. Let's get it together.
Nah,
Early.
see, we're in a shared chat, so then everybody's
I
in the
know,
same.
But like they couldn't hear me. Like they're not going to your page.
Oh.
They're staying on my page. So, Mama, let's.
Oh, I
pace.
got you. I
Come on now.
got you. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, get the
Wow.
party rolling.
Okay.
Let's get it bumping. Hello.
I think we got everything. Oh, yes. There's one more thing I need to do.
Welcome in, Teddy.
Welcome in, everybody.
Hey,
Just trying to make sure we have everything set up for y'all. So yes, as I'm finishing this last little bit here, I want to welcome everybody to this lovely little discussion. Well, it's not a little discussion, it's a big discussion, ongoing
Big
discussion that is
Big
that's been had since Black people came to America. Okay.
Mhm.
But yeah, so welcome in to our panel on the discussion on the history of AAVE, formerly known as Ebonics. So
formally.
it's still Ebonics. Let's go ahead and get that out the window.
You can call it what I want because it's ours.
Okay. Okay. So yes, welcome in. This is a collaboration with the Twitch Black Guild and the Linguistic Unity server that me and the Hyozen one started like almost a month ago now. Time is flying.
It has been. Oh my God, flourishing.
Oh my God.
With the Linguistic Unity server?
Yes.
Yes.
You hear that,
Is it,
Pop?
was it for the
Come
Spanish
on.
one that we were
Yes.
supposed to do like last year?
Yes. We
It's been
revamped
over
it.
a month.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Time is
Mhm.
flying. Time
Oh
is
my God, it's
flying.
Sully. Hi.
Hey Sully. Hey Morgan. Yes,
That's
time
when y'all
is
did
flying.
Revamp it. Yeah, no,
We
it's
got a
fine.
spar still in Tekken, girl. But we'll
There's a
get back
lot
to
going
that
on.
later.
Oh.
Who, me?
No, me and Sully, because Sully swear
Oh.
up and down she gonna whoop my ass. And as we saw in person, without lag, that did not happen, girl.
Oh.
Oh, well,
Anyway.
But yes, welcome in everybody. As we get started, I want to oh, this is the panel outline. I don't know why it's out of order. Lord Jesus. All right, we'll just do the panel outline real quick. So we're gonna get started with introductions. Then we're gonna cover what is AAVE, the origins of AAVE, its evolution over time, AAVE in popular culture, the misuse and appropriation of AAVE, because y'all know that be happening on a daily basis, the future of AAVE, and then we'll open it up for Q&A. We will be using Canva Live. Thank you, Chicks, for teaching us how to do that. We'll be using Canva Live for you to type in your questions. So, and then we'll get to your questions at the end of the presentation. And this is our housekeeping expectation slide. Please keep in mind, we will address, like I just said, we'll address the questions at the end of the presentation. This is an educational discussion, not a linguistic debate. We are not here to argue with each other. We are here to learn from one another and just learn and be in each other's company. And we encourage respectful discussion at all times. All right, so let me get the Canva Live link in here for y'all.
Thank you, Kai, for the resub. Oh my God.
W resub.
Okay, thank you so much for those wonderful guidelines.
Of course, you know, we have to set an expectation to hold a civil conversation. You know,
Right.
Because
You-
not everything
you know,
has to be a debate, you know?
it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be.
Hey, girl.
All right, let me put this in here. Submit.
And if you see me eating a protein cookie, I'm not.
Baby, if you see me wolfing down a salad, if you see me go out the seat, baby, I'm eating it because the kid hungry.
Okay. Hello.
And also ain't no extras.
Period.
Ain't no extras. It's wild work.
All right. I don't know if my pins in your chat, but if you pin my message in your chat, this should work. It should work.
The submit a question?
Yeah.
I got you.
And
Doing
then
that.
yeah, and you can submit questions at any time during the presentation, and we'll see them pop up. Well, I'll see them pop up and I'll just share it with y'all. But yeah, if there's a code, we'll get there. If they ask you for a code,
This would look like if y'all want to go pop over. No, because
yeah.
Let me mute. Sorry.
Y'all do that, everybody. Definitely slide on over there.
So if somebody wants to do a test question real quick, just so we can make sure it's working, that'd be great.
Yeah, somebody asked a question real fast. Let's see.
Yeah, go to that Canva link and testing. Bet. All right, we got it. We got that. Cool. Awesome. This is so cool, y'all. Ooh.
Experimentation.
Chicks, let me tell y'all, Chicks elevated us
Come
with
on,
that
Chicks.
Canva presentation that she did in the guild the other day. All right, I just need to shout out Chicks because, girl, you did that. You did that. Okay, we appreciate you. Okay,
You're a real one, girl. Yeah.
so
Just see stream elements and Frosty get deleted in a matter of seconds.
mhm.
Yeah, I'm watching.
So-
I'm watching.
so
'Cause
La-
mine is mine's on one.
oh, I'm crying. So Lano,
I
What you
actually did
typed?
Mine, it just kind of turned it off.
what Lano typed in chat is what should be submitted to. They're in ads, but what they typed in chat should be something that's submitted to Q&A. That looks like a question type.
Is that the I'm very curious because what's called AAVE?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
that should be
Yeah,
submitted. Yeah.
And Lano, feel free over in my chat if you want to click on that pin post that I have up there. If you want to resubmit that, or if anybody wants to grab that and resubmit that for them, that would be phenomenal.
All right, cool. All right, let's keep moving so we stay on
Oh,
time.
and real quick,
Yeah,
if
go ahead.
y'all see Lambo Mercedes in the chat from mine, it's a bot. It's programmed to be sassy. So if it says something crazy, it's not a real person.
Okay.
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 I have it timed out right now, but
I just want to let you know that warnings are crazy. Like three warnings to something that's already crazy is
Okay. Like, what's going on
well,
here?
it took a lot of programming just to get it sassy enough, to, like
Mhm.
some attitude that people think is real. So it.
I'm over here, I was
We
like,
love a
that's one
system
warning.
of bite.
There's two warnings. Hold on now. What you got? What that bot doing over there?
Mama got grit.
It's a lot.
Oh, we. All right. Looks like All right, you're out of ads. Okay, let's keep it pushing. All right, so we're gonna start with introductions. Oh Lord, I forgot I put myself up here first. Crazy. All right. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Bianca, aka Anka, aka IdiosynAnca. I'm in the Twitch Black Guild. I'm also a member of the Twitch Women's Guild. I'm a member of Blurred Unite. I'm on the stream team of Blurred Unite. I do a lot of things. I'm a mentor in the Black Guild. I just got announced as one of the members of the event committee in the Women's Guild. There's a lot going on. Okay, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
So yes, that's a little bit about me. I'm a cosplaying and variety gaming streamer. I build 90% of my cosplays on stream, and I play a lot of Destiny too. I'm addicted to the game. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just say it. It's one of my favorites. It's my favorite game, but I play other stuff. All right, enough about me. We going. Continue on. We just go in order.
All right, well, I guess there's me. Hi, I'm Delon. The Hyozen one, they call me. You call me Zen or Hyozen. I know that's a really tough word. I am just your run-of-the-mill gamer here, you know, a little variety streamer. I'm a part of both the Twitch Black Guild and the Twitch Pride Guild recently.
Period.
Hey.
Love to see it.
Girl.
Yes.
I just, humanitarian. I don't really do too much outside of work. I am a community builder, I feel like, in a sense, because like there's just so many people. Hello.
Mhm.
Thanks for the follow. Thank you. Oh, and I am actually a part of the Firekeepers team for the like the Souls like games and Soulsborne games. I recently joined that about a good, I'm gonna say 3 months ago. So we're gonna be getting back into Elden Ring and things of that nature. I do play a lot of Hollow Knight. I'm a huge Monster Hunter fanatic. I can play Monster Hunter for years, and I have like 5,000 hours in Monster Hunter World. No shame there. And that's me.
Love it.
You always can come to me with open questions. I'm just vibrant spirit. I'm a little shy sometimes too.
Shywear.
Girl here, because like, I'm shaking out of my boots. Thank you.
You did great. You were wonderful. You were wonderful. All right. Oh, I don't know how to say it back in Japanese, but
Nice.
Don't touch us.
oh, okay.
Don't touch us.
They touched me.
Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta teach you Japanese.
I know.
It's a speed course.
We'll get there.
Lying on the
Hi, I'm
boots
Pop.
again. What? Sorry, Pop.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm Pop. Feel free to call me Pop or Tarts. Don't call me Pop Tarts. There's someone with the name on Twitch. I will not respond to it. I'm a speedrunner. I mainly speedrun the Yakuza series. I actually just finished up the GDQ Back to Black event this past weekend with the race.
Yay.
It's Shredder's Revenge.
Yay.
Love that.
Play fighting games, different platformers, RPGs. I've done a lot of charity events with Sega themselves for like the past. This will be my 5th year. I recently joined Team Art Creators. So if you like Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, Under Night, all those fighting games,
That's my shit.
hit me up.
Yes. Black excellence. Sorry.
Outside of streaming, I teach at HBCU, so I actually forgot that it was Black History Month for a little while until someone told me Happy Black History Month. Like I knew it was February, but it didn't hit me. Listen, I'm like, I see us every day, and I'm just like, someone's just like, oh yeah, Happy Black History Month. I'm like, oh yeah, you.
Yes. That's Dr. Pop.
Black.
That is Dr. Pop. Okay.
Okay, Doctor
Pop.
Put some respect on
Dr.
it.
Pop.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Oh yeah, I actually do have my PhD. I forget about that too. Listen,
That's crazy that you just trying to slide that under
I
there.
was trying to be done with
Wow.
school.
What a flex.
Right?
I
Like,
was trying to be done. No, I legit forget.
I was like,
One
yeah, I
of my
got in there and
coworkers
got
was
out.
just like, hey, Doc. I'm like, what? You mean me or the jazz instructor?
right. I'm so weak. Listen, all this Black excellence, we're not even done through the introductions yet. I love it here.
Okay, period.
Okay.
I mean, if you want a history fact, I'm one of the first to get a PhD for my program.
Period.
It's the second
Hey.
Oh,
oldest,
come
Okay.
through.
second oldest
Lord.
musicology program in the country.
Burn, burn,
Very
burn.
nice.
Just brimming in Black excellence. Hello.
As we should be. As we should be. Thank you for being here, Pop. I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you.
Oh.
Oh, another fun fact. I know Anka's older brother.
Yes.
And I didn't realize how close it was to home until they played Tekken together on stream. I was just like, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Small world. Very small.
world. I'm like,
Wow.
so
Big
big,
yet
Anka
so
and I click so
small.
well.
Exactly.
Her brother, a cool dude.
He is.
Cool dude.
For those of y'all
And
that
Anka's
met him.
a cool girl. Yeah.
Thank you. I be trying. I'm cooler than him though, but that's beside the point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, we don't have to have that discussion. I already know. You ain't got to tell me twice.
Are we?
Mama said, I know. Thank you.
Listen, that's bias off of who he mains in Tekken.
Oh,
Oh, it's giving Victor Chevalier.
Oh.
It's giving Dragon Ball.
Oh. On that note.
My drinker, my business when they start pulling out words like Tekken.
Okay.
As you should. It's crazy enough because me and Anka have made the same person. We did not know.
Love it. Love it.
See, Zen, I think that's how we met, because we met in a mutual stream and you saw me playing Xiaoyu.
Yes.
Yeah.
We actually met a while ago. We met back when.
Back in 20... back when
Ryu,
the country was
Hashira,
closed.
honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when.
Back when
that was a time.
It was all
That
shut
was
down.
a time, baby.
Exactly.
Back when I was on PlayStation with no computer, girl.
I remember those days.
Thank
And
you.
then look at you, gaming chair and all. Look a little
Love
right.
it. We done grew up.
Kirby shit everywhere. Period.
We done grew up. All right, be nice. You up, bro? My number one
Oh.
op. Just kidding.
He definitely mine, because he didn't tell me he moved before we linked up.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm gonna wait for you to come back.
You know, okay, seemingly there's some misunderstandings here, but let me clear the air. I am the one, the only, be nice or else. Heavy on the or else. because
Or
all
else.
you had to do was be nice. All you had to do was be nice. See how my op chose to speak for me, you know? Or else behavior. If that happens, it happens. I get to see another side of A. You know what I'm saying?
Just
But
saying.
I digress. I am a streamer here on Twitch. I'm also CEO and owner of Blurred Unite Media, content creation, media consulting business. I've had the pleasure in the past 2 years since I started the business in 2023 to work with Kiki Kumar. Oh, hey DJ, thank you so much for the follow. As well as Neo and Terrence Raw Swagger Green, probably my 3 biggest clients.
Mhm.
So that's definitely been an honor. On top of Blurred Unite Media consulting business, Blurred
Mhm.
Unite Community, which are currently up for our 7th installment of the Blurred Unite Block Party, which is a celebration of Blurred creators of all sizes, from affiliates, partners, and ambassadors here on Twitch. If this is your first time hearing about this, hey, guess what? You're welcome. And if this isn't the first time you've hearing about it, you're also welcome, because we are trying to grow this space for people that look like us, providing resources, giving them a network, collab, and this is for any and everybody. So if you guys are interested, feel free to up. Just drop it in. On top of that, we also do have the Blurred Unite Opportunity Grant. Say you don't necessarily want to be a part of the community, but you do want to support the dream and the vision. Back in 2023, me and Anka went to our first national convention. We thought, what a blessing. Careers, opportunity to stream audio is bugging.
It's like cutting in and out.
That's probably this.
Oh no.
What we might do is
It's all right. It's not a stream if we don't have tech
Discord
difficulties.
added this
Mhm.
buggy UI.
Girl, hello.
Finally
That's the
committed
truth.
an act of racism in this event. I knew it was coming.
Well, you know, this early on, it's kind of crazy.
At the beginning, she said no introduction.
Okay.
Right.
You said your mic's low?
You
But
could have at least waited until I went on my Ebonics rant, but you can't even introduce nobody.
But yeah, thank y'all so much. I'll pass it over to the
Hey, we got it.
no answer today.
Hey, y'all can read. He was talking about the grant that That sounded kind of harsh. Y'all can read. No, read more about the grant here.
No, we can read because obviously a lot of the problems we have today is because people can't read. Y'all can read.
We can read.
As a person who plays
We can
Yu-Gi-Oh,
read.
it is very confined. People cannot read.
Oh.
Girl.
Oh.
I
But
always
yeah.
find they can read. It's the
I
comprehending
didn't
part.
realize
That's
how
the
bad reading
trouble.
was on the decline when people were just like, a
Yeah,
Pulitzer
I just said
Prize,
the
that's not
same
important.
thing.
I'm just like,
Comprehension.
there's no way y'all just said a Pulitzer is worth less. It's worth less than a Grammy.
Woo!
Y'all have lost your minds.
They don't know. They don't know.
Open the schools.
Okay. They open. That's the problem. Because what's being taught? What is being taught? No.
Are they? It's ice everywhere.
Period.
Oh man.
You know they don't open up down here.
It's a scourge. It's
Okay.
a scourge upon the planet.
You let them
Like
announce a
Chris.
flurry of
Boogie.
all the bread and milk is gone.
All right, Mr. Payne. What's good with you? Let's tell us about yourself.
All right, my turn.
Oh, you're supporting black streamers? Oh my god, thank you, Chris. Oh, appreciate it.
And
Doing
thank
it
you
on
for
the
that
stream.
follow, Chris. But hey, I'm Mr. Payne Asaro, Mr. Payne, or Dre. I'm actually a military vet. I was in the Army, and I also have my bachelor's and master's. I could not stomach going for my doctorate though. That would have been too much.
Hey.
But
You should have finished it.
Yeah.
Okay.
well, because I work in IT departments essentially.
Woo.
So
Oh,
the
you don't need it.
doctorate
Save
wouldn't.
yourself, you're good.
Yeah,
Nah,
We
I
love
needed
IT.
certificates more than yeah, I need more
yeah.
certificates than I do anything else
Yeah.
right now.
IT's super important.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the military and everything, I'm also a mental health advocate.
Nice.
So I do mental health checks and things like that, and then been trying to work with the VA and get my own stuff cleared and whatnot.
I know that's
But,
right.
Yeah, right now just variety streaming. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Marvel Rivals got me in a chokehold.
Oh, no.
I do Arc Night.
Oh no.
And and then we
Oh,
do
no.
played up speed runs every Sunday. And we actually just did one on GDQ.
Dang.
Okay.
I got a
Period.
question.
Yes.
When your mental health program launches with the VA, let me know.
Okay.
Because we can get
It's-
chapters put out
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
on the East Coast.
See, right now
I'm a
it's
military brat times 2.
Mm.
My parents have been in the
Awesome.
military, so yeah.
okay.
Damn.
Same here. I was like, right now I usually just do like charity streams, and then if anybody ever like needs to talk, I let people know, hey, I've been through so much. I studied mental health. Like, I'm an open door. Like, if you ever need a trauma dump, just come tell me what's going on. Because the odds are I've probably heard worse. You don't have to fear like I'm gonna judge you or anything like that. But I find in my own experience, when you can just get it off your chest, that helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like just to put it all out there. But
It
yeah.
does. I agree.
I'm gonna take you up on that. I also do provide
Oh,
that
yeah.
service for people. You know, ADHD and anxiety is not the tea, girl, but we
Yeah.
make it through. we are. I make it through.
I love that.
And if you don't talk and you like to express, I give music lessons. So if you want to learn how to play a piano, hit me up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be blowing you
Yay!
up.
Dun,
I'm gonna
dun,
be
dun,
so
dun.
bad.
You know
my
what?
God. Are you
Pop,
serious?
All I need to know is how to play that one part in yeah, what is it? TV off. He was pressing that one key super hard. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Get you up out of here.
Let me
You
stop.
gotta go.
She would have seen the way y'all know that meme of Biden where he's moving and he stops.
Yeah.
That was literally me spinning in my chair.
He was
Yeah,
pressing that
ADHD,
key
anxiety,
hard.
depression, all of that.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, baby. We live through that every day. So you know,
Yeah,
but we make it
if you're
through,
an
baby.
expresser and you wanna play through it,
Oh, I was super wrong. It was humble. That you know how they be playing that them keys super hard in humble.
I'm gonna fight you because when I was in marching band, we had to play that, and it was the most annoying part of the show.
Oh, I love it.
Played
Oh.
2 notes and then had to dance.
Oh, weak.
Oh.
Yeah, you good? Be nice.
Do I still sound like a Decepticon?
No, you good. You don't sound.
No.
You good.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't expecting you to accept
Hey.
took me out.
We're good. We
What's
back.
wrong now?
It's already been pissing me off this month. So
I
this
understand.
racism, I'm gonna just chuck it up.
You know, but we're still here. That's the most important part. We still here.
Right.
Yeah.
We can still hear you.
Mhm.
So that's the
And we can
part.
see you.
Love
That's
you,
good.
babes.
Mhm.
All
Love you
right.
3,000, babes.
So that is everybody. I just want to say thank y'all for being here. Thank you for doing this panel with me. It's gonna be a good time. There's a lot of information in this panel, so I hope that y'all are able to learn something. I learned something putting this together. None of us are language experts, but we are Black, and you know, we could talk about ourselves the best. So, all right, here we go. We're gonna move on. Hey, Ari. All right. So, what is AAVE? I'm gonna just read the screen. So AAVE, African American Vernacular English, is a dialect of English spoken primarily by Black Americans. However, AAVE is the politically correct term. Okay. Dr. Robert Williams, an African American social psychologist, coined the term Ebonics in 1973. And that's a combination of ebony and phonics. AAV came to be about because in 1996 there was a racially charged education controversy in Oakland, California, and the school board there passed a resolution declaring Ebonics to be the language of 28,000 African American students within that school district, and that's how AAVE came to be, that term anyway. So AAVE has its own grammar, phonetics, and vocabulary, and it is just as legitimate as any other dialect of English. The reason why AAVE came up is because Ebonics was attributed to harmful stereotyping. I don't know how many of us hear Ebonics being used as a term anymore. Before I did research on this presentation we're delivering today, I thought it was bad to say, unfortunately. But as I did my research, I was like, it's not bad to say. People just wanted to make it easy, palatable. That's the word I'm trying to find. But why we gotta be palatable? Why does our language have to be palatable? So anyway,
I will say, for additional context,
Mhm.
the term Ebonics came about during the blaxploitation film movement, which was also very popular in the 70s. And fast forward to the 90s, where blaxploitation films were being heavily criticized by Black scholars. Then Ebonics as a term unfortunately got lumped into that, which is how AAVE came about as a term.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's outdated
It was
because
just the timing was unfortunate.
Right.
I feel like if Ebonics came out as a term, like in the early 2000s, it would have been fine. But that timing is...
You gotta hate timing. And the good thing about it is we can reclaim it, and a lot of people are still reclaiming it. So it's not a harmful stereotype. It's not. You can use Ebonics. You can use it. You can call AAVE Ebonics. So, but yeah. All right. Let's see. Look what we got going on here.
I appreciate Homegirl in this photo.
Oh, I know, right?
Gorgeous.
Period.
Girl is eating it down. I want that lipstick,
Same.
baby. Give it to me. Hello.
Need the earrings too, like Pop said. Hello.
Poop me down. Hello. Give me a whole circle. Thank
right.
you.
Now, where y'all live, do they still teach AAVE in the classroom, or is it completely gone?
Oh, they never taught it. I went to a predominantly white institution. They never taught it. I didn't.
learn it at home.
I never thought.
Back at home.
Yeah, teaching it. I've never heard of it being taught.
I didn't know it was.
Well, I guess the only way it would be taught is if you had a Black teacher. But
Yeah.
if you didn't have a Black teacher, then
Right.
Damn.
That's interesting though. Do they actually teach it in places?
I believe, I
Some
guess
schools
like
do now.
early 90s, there was some schools that were teaching Ebonics. And then once it basically politics got involved and they said, we don't need nobody learning Ebonics, they were getting rid of it. But then AAVE popped up, and it was like, if you went to like a school that specialized in things, I have seen AAVE taught that way, but Yeah, Ebonics I've always seen looked at in a negative light from certain groups, whereas AAVE is usually positive until they start learning what it is and ruin that too.
Got you. Wow. Well, you learned something new.
The more you know.
The more you know.
That's why calling it AAVE was a mistake, because it was not being taught or anything when it was being called Ebonics.
We got two different trajectories in the chat. You got Danny, who only had black teachers up until college. Not black, but had high school that was 95% black. We didn't learn much. All the kids dialect.
Dang.
I do want to specify that Ebonics is not like a specific dialect. Another reason why it was, well, AAVE, the push for it came about a little later with the trying to link it closer to slavery in the US, but it doesn't make any sense, because even if you look at other languages like Spanish or other places in the Black diaspora that have experienced colonialism, they have their own dialects in Spanish. You don't just say "que-tal" to someone from Cuba and expect the same response from someone who's Afro-Brazilian. You're not going to get the same. They have their own dialect.
Right.
So you can find a bunch of different dialects within Ebonics. It's just the catch-all term for what that dialect is called to identify people who were descendants of slavery. I want to clarify that.
I'm glad you mentioned that, and we're actually going to touch on that as well, a little bit. Not as much as you did, but you actually went into it more than I had on the slide. But that's good. I'm glad you did that, because I was trying to find some more information on that, and I just didn't.
I think it's funny. Someone said they learned about it in their African American studies classes. And I find, well, especially right now, as they're eliminating all classes like that, even out of the military, I can't tell if it's like red states, blue states, East Coast, West Coast, or where, but I notice a lot of people don't learn the same things. So I also had an African American studies class at my school, and we always grew up with an African American studies class, and not just in February.
Wow.
So I'm wondering if you guys had that same thing.
No, I went, listen, I live in I grew up kind of in the country of North Carolina. Okay. I was out here with the chickens and the goats, with the future farmers of America. Okay. We didn't have none of that. Okay, let me stop.
It's hard to say, because like I started growing up, like I grew up in like DC, Maryland area, like most of my childhood, but then I moved after like I got to high school. After I got to high school, I went to North Carolina and then to Virginia, and it was pretty podunk, and I was like, oh, get out of here, I hate it. It was so backwashed, so backwater. Like they put me from conceptual physics down to earth science girl in the 9th grade. I was like, excuse you.
All right, real quick. See, Lambo just talked. Danny, Lambo is a bot. That is not a real person. Do not take anything Lambo says serious.
Lambo said, girl, actually.
Oh.
I will say, I've never
he tried to warn us about this bot.
Course.
Yeah. No. Also,
not even in college, I still never took one.
Quick disclaimer, y'all. Nothing against the Future Farmers of America. I had some really great friends that were in that club in school, and if it wasn't for the farmers, we would not have food. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I just had to make that disclaimer.
We might be returning back to it.
You know?
Yeah, we really might be.
Thank you for the follow. But yeah, so we're going to get into the origins characteristics of AAVE, and we want to think through, how do you think it originated? And y'all can share how you think it originated in chat, just to share your thoughts. So yeah, let's go on. Let's see. So we're going to start off with the characteristics. There was a interesting study that I came across in preparing this presentation, and the author broke down the taxonomy of AAVE into 5 categories. And it was tense/mode variation, negation, absence. I don't know if I'm saying this word right, but prosody and pronunciation, and the will to adorn. I only put the first 2 on the slide just because of, time, and it's a lot of information. So I highly encourage you all to, at the end of the presentation, to access the resources and read for yourselves. to educate yourselves further on the rest of the taxonomy of AAVE. But let's dive into it. So, starting off with tense/mode variation, tense refers to the time of action, while mode and mood refers to the reality and intention of the verb. And these features are variations in tense or mood that do not occur in standard English. For example, a lot of us, as we were preparing for this presentation, I pointed out, I said something, and it was in the area of the habitual be been. So, like, for example, in AAVE, you would say something like, she be dancing, she been dancing. Like, we say stuff like that all the time. Standard English is, she dances often, she has been dancing. And that, gosh, that just lacks flavor. I don't know. I'm just, it don't even sound right.
Does not hit.
It doesn't hit. And then
I just like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh no, because I was about to say, you know,
read? My brain like all F forward.
Sorry.
We're at the habitual be bin.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like with us, like, you know, us of the, you know, the queer community, like, you know, when we get down, you know, she be eating, you know, the girl be kicking it, like, you know, we be tearing it up. And we don't like, oh, she's definitely chewing down on the situation. Like, girl, what? Who's saying that? Who's okay? She really goes to the gala and really busts down on the floor. Girl, absolutely not. Nobody's saying that.
Linguistic studies with AAVE is a super difficult thing. I know that Creole is not one language. That's why I said it had different dialects. You have Haitian Creole, you have Caribbean, which is from Louisiana, which is something I speak.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
You have Creole in the Virgin Islands. Like, Creole is a language, but it has its own dialects, but it doesn't completely fall under the Ebonics umbrella because it's not a derivative of the English language. Which is what Ebonics is.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy, I'm gonna have to hit you up because there's a Haitian in my mom's class, and neither one of us can translate what the student's saying.
Dang.
It sucks.
Dang.
Like, 1 minute we'll be like, yeah, and the next minute it's just like, I have no idea what your kid is saying, Mom. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's not. We're gonna have to learn. I'm sorry.
You got to learn together.
But
so the other part is the nonverbal language of AAVE. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If we keep it 100, if it's a bear, 9 times out of 10, we ain't saying nothing. We out.
Okay, because the eye contact,
you run,
the body language.
Hello.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's like, we don't go, hey, why are they running? Hey, what's going on? Why
We
is
run.
everybody running?
We just run.
What's going on over there?
Like, we can ask questions after we
It's a
got
bear.
away. Like, there's no need to talk and sit around. Nah, it's time to go.
Don't be asking no questions. Right.
It was like, girl, you started running. I started running. What the fuck?
Okay. We'll ask questions once we get to safety. All right. Shoot. All right.
When you stop running, I'll stop running. Maybe.
Okay. But yeah, these are just a few. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, but I was gonna say, a lot of the people that study or linguistic studies are very white-centered, even if it is a Black scholar doing it. Because, and it feels wild to say this as a Black academic, but some of my peers are the new Blacks, and I don't like them because they're just as anti-Black as a Trump supporter. I'm just gonna say it. They may not say anything hateful, but
and guess what? You ate.
You're not wrong.
I mean, it's all in presentation. Like, you can just hear it. Like, I'm just looking at you like, why are you challenging me? You know, like, what's the real tea, Mama? What are we doing?
Like it was said by Danny, they are very Black.
I can't.
But no, that's because, like, looking at this example and how dry it is someone that is far removed. Like, I know a lot of times these are and then the new Blacks, these are the ones that are just like, yeah, you know, you have to acknowledge your privilege of where you got to and blah blah blah. We are all oppressed by the same system. The same exact
system was
system.
Never built for us, honey. So don't even get that in
I am
your
not
head.
going to sit here and act like I didn't learn how to play the system just to make your boo-boos feel better.
Right.
Okay. Because ain't no way you about to be held accountable for all the things that you wish you weren't. But
Okay.
guess what, mama?
Okay.
The tea is clocked.
Sheesh.
Mhm.
But yeah, so then we have negation, and y'all can assume what that is. Negation refers to making a statement negative rather than affirming it. In English, this is a relatively simple process of adding negation words such as not or never before or after said verb, or morphological changes. It's a big word for Elmo. Changing a word such as nothing or disagree. In standard English, it is considered wrong to have a double negative as a means of negation. Well, you know what? We ain't adhering to standard English. I ain't never heard of nothing like that.
I ain't never heard nothing crazy like that. Cha.
And wanna go skydiving? Not
You ain't gonna do nothing.
Not.
You ain't gonna do nothing to me. Hello?
And that can't nobody tell me nothing. That stays on my vocab.
Okay.
Real.
Ain't nobody tell me nothing. Like, just nobody can tell me anything. Hello? Somebody about to tell you something with that.
I ain't never scared.
I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. Okay.
You literally have never done that.
Mm-hmm.
I am weak.
Never did, never was, period.
Never
That's
will. Okay. But yeah, so those are just some of the double negatives and the triple negatives that we often say. Because you see what had happened was that's also another one.
Yep.
But yeah, so
Because who got the time to say now how the story goes?
okay,
Girl, what?
mind
See what
you,
had happened was it put some tea on it. That's when you know it's
I
good.
was
You
like,
know?
any story
Mind
that
you.
starts out with what had happened was, I know it's about to be a good story.
Exactly. So, like I said, this presentation only has the first two characteristics of the taxonomy that the author provided. I encourage you to read the rest of her. It's only 19 pages. Okay, I would encourage y'all to go and read it and yes, elevate yourself in that regard. Okay. So yes, moving on. So we got enslavement and language development. Enslavement and language development. So the enslaved Africans, as a coping mechanism and a means of preserving community, they created a new dialect by combining elements from West African language and the English dialects of their enslavers. And this ingenuity in the face of oppression began a rich linguistic legacy. And that is going back to what Pop was saying a few moments ago, how the languages of our ancestors was developed by, their native languages and just the languages that they were hearing from, being a slave. So yeah, it's
so
very
if you
rich.
heard-
From
If you
Massa.
heard French, it was Creole. If you heard Spanish, I mean, granted, it's still Spanish. I forgot the exact term for it with Spanish. It's just headache is refusing to let me think beyond that. But Spanish, they have their own, it's not necessarily Ebonics because Ebonics only speaks to the English language. But
Mhm.
Correct. So
wherever
it's just
there
like
were black slaves, there is some dialect that they speak in that specific language.
Yep. Exactly. So, and that's what I really love about Ebonics anyway, is because it's just full of a diverse background of, language. Like, it's not just one thing. And, we had to do what we had to do. That just goes to show you the resiliency of Black people to make the best of a situation no matter what we're faced with. So, let me get off my soapbox. Let me keep going. Okay. All right. But so continuing on, we have the roots in the African linguistics, as the previous slide mentioned. Likely just said the influence is the West African languages. And there's actually several hypotheses. I don't know if I said that right, but there's several hypotheses that exist. There's the Creolist hypothesis and there's the Anglistic hypothesis. I think I said that wrong. And then there's another one. Pop, you mentioned it earlier, but I did not come across it when I was researching, but I was made aware of it then. So, but yes, so the Creolist hypothesis is that the earliest version of AAVE was English-based Creole. And it was an entirely new language that drew words from English but had its own grammar rules, and over time it became similar to standard English, so it was considered a dialect.
Is it Balinquero?
Balinquero.
Is that how to say that?
That
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Balinquero.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Nice.
Period. Look
Period.
at me. I got that bitch.
Okay.
She got it.
Yes. All right. So that is the Creolist hypothesis, or I want to say a snippet of the Creolist hypothesis.
I do want to clarify.
Yeah.
Creole here refers to the term itself, which is just a language that is derived from another language. It is not Creole, the language itself.
Right. Exactly. So this is the
Ain't that a head flipper, right?
okay. When I was reading
English
it,
sucks.
yeah, because I was
It really does. It's
confused. Like
terrible.
reading it, I was like, this can't be the same Creole Pop be talking about.
No, it is not. There's Creole, the language, and then there's Creole, which is just how you define a language that comes from another language
Mm-hmm.
that becomes the dominant language of whoever speaks it.
Exactly. Yo, I forgot I had closed captions on this whole time. They were underneath the layers. So, but I fixed
That's crazy work.
My fault.
Mm.
We good now.
Yeah, Danny, Creole, the language, and then the process of Creole.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's wild is I've been looking at it the whole time. I'm just like, man, that caption's sitting right on my forehead.
My fault. But yeah, so this is the Anglicist hypothesis. And the key characteristics of this hypothesis is that AAVE was always a dialect of English, and it developed its own grammar, words, and pronunciation. And yeah, like I just said, enslaved communities were multilingual, so their English spoken was more influenced by their native languages. So the hypotheses are similar, but they have their slight differences. But basically, they I feel like it's like a mix of all of it, you know. So there's no like
They'd
correct.
have the answer if they go look at all these Negro spirituals that were published by Black people, but no one wants to read those.
Nobody wants to
They were
read.
writing the no one wants to read.
It's on an
Yeah.
epitaph. Everything
That's
that
how I learned
happens,
so much
everything
about
that
Ebonics and what
is.
they were saying back then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sacred music study, Black sacred music studies will get you up there.
Mhm.
And will.
And
That's how
learning
they were
about
able to coordinate themselves the way they did.
and learning about
Mhm.
Black
Right up
minstrel
under there.
performers, which is so funny because people are just like, oh, you know, I don't understand how they would do that racist stuff. I'm like, that's how they got into the music industry. And if they didn't do it, we wouldn't have Michael Jackson or Beyonce today.
Okay.
Yeah, that is true.
That part.
That part. Shoot, let them
Mind you,
know.
when they were doing those shows, they was making fun of white people anyway. That's the real gag.
Well,
Right, and they never knew.
And the white people never knew.
Just eating it up like it was the next meal on the table. Just like, oh, you're so
He
stupid.
said, "You're a hoot." Sorry, let me stop.
Right,
Stop.
Danny, they're hypothesizing and refuse to look at the primary resources available to test said hypotheses.
You know how they say those who fail history are doomed to repeat it, girl.
Okay,
Yeah.
look now. Look what's happening now. I digress.
Standing
I was gonna say
ovation.
literally right now.
I
Look,
digress.
and you know what killed me? These little videos. I'm like, I regret. Oh well, girl.
It's
save
too
it.
late. It's too late.
Save it.
You're fired.
Save it, Aunt Jemima.
Okay.
Save
So-
it, girly. We don't want none of that.
The earliest documentation of AAV speech patterns is like as early as the 19th century. But there was a dang, I didn't cite this correctly. My fault. But there were two African slaves that were accused of being witches in the Salem witch trials of 1692. And there is a one of the hold on, let me pull it up. One of the gosh, where's my words, y'all? Where's my words? I'm forgetting. One of the publications that I was that I used in my research basically documented the speech that was given in this one of the witch trials. So let's see. In Candy No Witch, two African slaves caught up in the Salem witch trials of 1692. It covered the let's see, this says the additional supportive evidence lies in the court transcripts of the Salem witch trials, in which incidentally the speech of an African slave, other than the often cited Candy in the name of Mary Black, shows no divergence at all from the English of the European colonists, some of whom actually exhibit the same kinds of features now associated with either English Creoles or AAVE. And they went on to say it's like a list of things, and the way they have it spelled, I can't illustrate that right now, but like I said, I encourage you to read at the end of this presentation.
I can read an excerpt if you want.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
You know, I can get easy access to this stuff.
Yes.
PhD anywhere.
Yes.
So the examiner asks, Candy, are you a witch? And Candy responds, Candy no witch in her country. Candy's mother no witch. Candy no witch. Barbados. This country, mistress gave Candy witch.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, immediately you have all of the negatives at once.
Mm-hmm.
And you said Barbados?
Yeah, she was Barbados woman in. Because around that time would have been when
time.
That, and it was also when they like messed up the West. It wasn't the West Indies. They call it the East Indies then, but they made the West Indies by moving all the Afro-Caribbean slaves up into the southern part of the U.S. and in South America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nope. And then, furthermore, there's a book called Tar Heel Talk, and this is about Tar Heel Talk is a historical study of the English language in North Carolina, and some of the preface of the book says, it's not a history of it in the sense that all pertinent and available evidence has been assembled and assessed, nor is the study confined to what is only locally significant. English as spoken in North Carolina is not unique, and to regard it as though it were would Lord have mercy. It literally reads, to regard it as though it were would mean a waste of much of the evidence the material affords. Lord have mercy. But the book covers, it's by Norman E. Eliason. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but this book also contains more context to the AAVE spoken in North Carolina. So, but yeah.
And if you don't want to buy the book, you can get yourself a free library card, travel on up to UNC Chapel Hill and visit the Southern Historical Collection, where you can read the manuscripts he used for that book directly.
Read! Keyword is read.
Already, I would say we've already broken into several different ways that it's used and how it's used.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the Creole versions of like the South, but then you have different versions between North and South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go north, you have different versions there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we're not in current day yet, but even current day, I know they want to call it slang and everything else. But the way East Coast, a West Coast, somebody in the North and South, everybody talks a little bit different, and we all have our own little ways of doing it, and it's all evolved from this early stuff right here.
Exactly.
And I just find that interesting.
And one of those keywords is everybody's favorite beverage. You know, we got soda, we got pop, we got soft drinks.
It's soda, by the way.
Girl, we're not doing this.
It's pop.
It's called swallow because I'm a drink it.
Soft drink is crazy.
What you call it.
Soft-
Type in the chat what you call it.
It's
pop.
It's
gonna be way more
it's
pop, people. It's
soda.
pop.
It's giving soda.
It's Wingardium Levy soda.
You know what it's called? It's called my bevy. Where's my beverage? Hit me with the bevy. Thank you.
It's pop.
No, I will say, I did have a cousin that said pop around my grandmother once, and she actually popped him. It was the funniest thing in the world.
Definitely had that happen. That was a North Carolina thing. My grandma definitely presents.
Thanks.
I hate that the captions called the Wingardium.
I know, right? Like, hello.
It's
I saw that.
on the bottle at the time.
Oh,
Dr. Check.
kind of crazy.
No.
But yeah, moving on. So indirect documentation of African slaves' English can also be found in the ads posted in local papers for the recapture of runaway slaves during the second half of the 18th century. And so let me just read some of what those ads express back then. So one of the ads said, ran away, ... The following Negroes, visual sambo, a small, thin, how do you pronounce this? Visaged? Is that how you say the word? I don't know.
Is it Visage?
Yeah.
Visage? Yeah, that's it.
I said it right? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
The thin-visaged fellow, about 30 years of age, speaks English so as to be understood. Aaron can't even speak English. Berwick can't speak English. They have been in above 8 months in the country. And that's from the Virginia Gazette of August 24th, 1751. The next ad, it says, as he was imported very young, he speaks very good English. Also from the Virginia Gazette. And the last ad, it says, speaks plain for an African born, but avoids looking in the face of them he is speaking to as much as possible. Also from the Virginia Gazette. So,
how about them sambos?
Okay. Like what? It goes on to read that these are some authors' names that I'm about to mention, but Stewart, in parentheses, it has 1968, and Rickford, 1980, said that they commented that in characterizing the Africans' competence in English as good, tolerable, or proper, the Europeans may have been lowering their standards. And anybody speaking AAVE is considered a little bit uneducated.
Yep.
So,
I wish. Your mama.
That's that negative connotation I was talking about when it was still called Ebonics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear it as much with AAV, but definitely Ebonics for me was always looked at as a negative light, but we didn't care around here too much.
Because this would just be like that, people you walk into, well, I don't understand Ebonics, but girl, listen about that.
Right, how about that? But it goes just to show you. So, because they already didn't like black people, they automatically associated the dialect that they formed as something uneducated and negative. But say it was some other quote unquote exotic, that they would be enamored with their language, So you hate it. You hate to see it, but
you hate to see it.
I think what contributed to it is the peak at when Ebonics would have been heard during the performance, like the early 20th century, was also with it being the turn of the century, that's also where you had the faux science discoveries where it's just like, oh yeah, the white people are superior, blah blah blah, and all that other stuff which has been debunked. All that popped up at the same time, which adds on a lot of context for why some of that stuff was looked down upon. Makes sense now.
Makes a lot of sense. Yep, exactly.
Bring up the performance error. There's a lot of performers that I found that the only reason they're popular is because they sang songs that was originally made by black people. And there's a long list of those that we know about now. And it's a lot of your early people.
Fun fact, since it was just performed at the Super Bowl, the writers for Lift Every Voice and Sing were threatened to write a minstrel song for a white group.
Yep.
At one point. They were threatened to be lynched and to have their families lynched if they did not write the piece that they wanted. It's just very sad. So like a lot of the songs that they weren't really, it wasn't until like Elvis where they got stolen, but before then a lot of black composers and musicians were being threatened with violence.
Very on brand.
Very, very dark history.
Very dark, unfortunately.
Even though we all know that most of the music that's created is from Hello.
Hello.
Well, I would even say before Elvis, his name just left me. He's French. He taught I want to say it was Mozart, but it might be Beethoven. He taught him a little bit. He was he was a composer. He played I forget how many instruments, and he was a champion fencer. And they tried to whitewash him and make everybody think he was white for the longest time.
Chevalier?
Are you talking about?
I was about to say Chevalier.
His name left me. Yeah.
Victor Chevalier? I'm just kidding.
So like, I don't know how many people like him existed prior. Like how many were erased. So like we only know so much right now because a lot of it just they were able to delete it and erase it.
It's not that they weren't necessarily erased. I won't say erased is not the proper term, but they were definitely not documented properly, especially in Europe where patronage was super huge. So like, because a lot of instrumental music is missing from like before the 16th century. Like, being a music historian is like, yeah, we know it existed, but we don't know what the heck was going on because nobody wrote about it. We just have these pictures, you know, old girls like playing a lute and this dude's dancing, so we just assume it's dance music. We don't know what's going on. With that in mind, there are some documents that have been translated. Another thing is like translations, because you know, freaking Catholic Church is like, we're gonna put everything in Latin because we're tired of y'all being literate.
Beethoven was black.
That made everybody illiterate.
I've also
everything
heard
in Latin.
Beethoven was black.
I heard it.
I can give you the science behind that in a second, because we
Well, my
do that
edges
debate
out
in
when you
music
say the
history
translation
class
word,
all the
because
time.
maybe that is a
But,
strong one. Lord Jesus.
Yeah, it's a matter on what was recorded, and if you have a certain group of people that's in power and they only care about the rich people that look like them, you're not gonna get much written out about anybody else. Fortunately, there is information being uncovered. There's one composer in the Renaissance who recently had all of his motets performed recently. Vincent Lustano, and then John Blank, another black musician and composer from the Renaissance period, who's had a lot of his early works uncovered and has been getting discussed. There's also her name is slipping my mind. I should know this off the top of my head because I have to talk about her in like 2 weeks. But there was a black woman pianist who was making waves during the Baroque period. So
Yes, Baroque.
I cannot remember her name to say, and she has like such a simple name. It's like Diane or something like that. I'm like, dang, gave you such a like, why? Like, I thought y'all didn't get the questionable names until the 19th century. I don't know about that. But yeah, on the Beethoven was black. Black radicals did that because they wanted to make white people mad. It was funny.
Yeah.
But it was also because they saw how much history was hidden from them. Because during that era, history was being hidden from them.
Yeah.
Now it's like, you know, it's
Well, you heard,
available and people are actively trying to look for it. But
in the World War II era, when Hitler had an expedition to Africa, they destroyed a bunch of history. Burned, destroyed a bunch of tablets.
They did.
They're saying they actually blew the nose off the Sphinx because it had a black person nose. It was white.
Wow.
And it used to all be like covered in gold, and anything that was left over, they ripped all that off, and it's all gone.
Colonizers gonna colonize.
Could you imagine?
Said, when the Greeks went down to Egypt and burned the library, it's because they didn't know how to use any of the spices.
Yep.
It's crazy. Do you see what hatred can do? Destroys history.
So I just need you to go ahead and make me a quick library list real quick.
Right.
So if you can just put that to the...
Just call it Dr. Pop's library.
Yeah, Dr. Pop's library.
I need my militant read. Give me my library card
for the month, Pop. Can you supply me with those?
Pop said, she said I'm a daughter. This is too much.
We don't have to start a book club, but if y'all just want like a recommended historical reading, sure.
Let's do it. You know, for the first time today, I've heard excerpts, but for the first time today, I sat down and read through Malcolm X's speech. For the first time. I'm 30 years old, y'all.
Which one?
Which speech? Did you sit through all of them?
Just one of them. Just like the bullet or the ballot one. Yeah. But yeah. So as we move on through the presentation, we're gonna think about how has AAVE taken shape over time. Excuse me, I lost my train of thought for a second. But yeah, no, that specific speech, I was like, okay, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. It's kind of crazy. I would recommend that y'all read it as well if you haven't. But yeah. So we're going to talk about evolution through generations, post-slavery, and Reconstruction era. So, like we were mentioning earlier in the presentation, migration patterns shape the dialect differences. And there's Southern versus Northern. Let me think. What's one Southern thing that I don't hear when I go up north? If y'all want to put it in chat as well. What'd you say?
Bo.
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Bo.
Sweet tea.
Are
Y'all?
you saying both?
No, Bo.
Bo. Oh, okay, got you.
Bo.
Yeah.
Can you post the link in chat? Yeah. Yeah, you can.
A thing I don't hear from anywhere else but where I'm at home, which is DC, is Mo. When people call people Mo, I'm just like, please stop. I
Post
don't know
some
what that is.
Post
I do
some.
not use that dialect. Absolutely not. Put it down. All
Yeah.
the way down.
Mm-hmm.
One of my best friend's little brother's name is Mo. It's funny you say that.
Oh.
What in
That's
the
not like
heck?
that's not his government name, but that's what we all call him is Mo.
Wow, y'all really don't be saying y'all up north like that? I thought that was just like people just like took it up.
Hold
I
on.
say
Can I
y'all,
insert this?
The
Y'all
only
can I
reason
insert this
DMV
real
has
quick?
sweet tea is because it used to be a part of the Confederate. People forget that Southern isn't just a geographical thing. Florida in the South,
Yeah.
and that's nowhere near being Southern.
Yep.
No, when I say this
Florida
this
not one lick of
motherfucking-
Florida is more little Cuba than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Yeah, it is.
Florida
It
State
is.
is a hotbed
Mm-hmm.
for everything.
Mama said I'm
Yeah.
international. Hello, I'm a trip.
Florida literally just said I'm international. Little Cuba,
Shoot.
little Haiti, little
She
America,
said I'm
little,
a multitude of spices, girl. Call me the international exchange, mama.
Florida too spicy to be the South.
International exchange
trying to
is
think.
crazy.
I'm sure.
You know me.
I also
I'm
feel
mixing
like-
up words.
what
What
is
can I
it?
say?
I also feel like everybody say 50, 11 things to describe a large amount of things. Because why is it 50, 11?
Actually, I say plethora.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse the heck out of me.
I say a multitude.
A multitude.
Sorry, can't relate.
Speaking of
My
Florida
bad.
as a collective, because Florida has
Okay.
never been a part of Southern culture, even after the Civil War.
That's a whole lot of.
Whole lot of.
That's a whole lot of, bitch.
Right. That's just, it's just making me think.
Lotta.
It's making me think about, when we're
How you
like,
talk, right?
right, especially when we're describing something, like they got a whole market over there. Wait, what else would it be? A part of a market?
No, Florida was a part of the
A
Union. Florida was a part of the
whole-
Union.
yeah.
Florida wasn't trying to be a part of the South. Florida can't be in a part of the South.
Okay,
Can
so since we're
somebody
like all
please
from
tell
like
me
It was
what
a
over
whole
there is?
dog.
well,
Can
what is-
somebody please tell me what over there is?
Over there? It's
Over
over
here.
there.
Over there.
It's over
where?
there.
Over there?
Over there.
It's over there.
Can somebody tell me where
as
exactly
my,
where
as
that's
my
at?
father says, over yonder.
Over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over there, like, it's
Over-
kind of
over-
like
over there,
around
it's
the
over
corner.
there. Around the corner.
I'm
yeah.
around the corner.
I'm down the street. I'm down the street. I'm at
Down the
home.
street.
Oh, and y'all know what black is from down the street, bitch. We still in the house.
Earn, iron.
From down the street. I may not be
car.
down the
I'll
street.
be there
I'll
in
always be
five.
in the car.
Wait,
I'll be
wait,
there
wait,
by
wait.
5.
Who tried to read that just now?
Okay.
One of y'all sounded like y'all was from B-more.
I'm not. I'm not.
What was it?
Aaron.
What? Iron? Oh.
Aaron.
child.
Aaron.
So, let's talk about oil. Who can say oil, y'all?
Oil.
What we got?
Oil.
Earn.
It's oil.
We got
That's it.
Earl. I know
Oil.
a couple of my
Oil.
little sister
Throw
friends.
throw some
Yeah,
oil.
Earl.
Throw some oil in there.
Yeah, it's-
Some
it's
Earl.
cool.
Oh my God, it's Earl. What is
No,
that?
it's oil.
Is oil?
Gotta go
Oil.
get my oil change.
We gotta get some
Gotta go
oil.
get my oil change.
Yes,
Say
honey.
oil.
Get my oil
Oh,
change.
hell.
I don't know. I guess it'd be like oil. Yeah, that's me right there. I need some oil. Child.
Mm.
Beer,
But
beer,
yeah.
artist.
Oil.
Said oil.
I'm crying.
Oil.
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 No, no.
Oil.
You have to separate it. Oh, it's one word.
Wait.
It's oil.
bear
Oh,
and
it's
beer.
oil. It's oil.
You
Beer
said
and
burr?
beer.
You said
Burr.
burr?
Beer and
I'm
burr.
gonna say burr.
I say bear
I
and
say
beer.
beer.
I say beer.
What is it?
Bear.
Beer. That's how I say
Listen,
beer.
bear and beer are the same to me. Is what Was
I'm
it
about to go get
OMG?
me a beer. I'm about to go get me a beer.
Burr.
No, it's also really surprising how the split also affected music. Because jazz in the South don't sound nothing like jazz up north.
It doesn't
Oh, it
at
really
all.
don't.
It does not at all.
Because you had big bands in New York, and then, I mean, New Orleans still running the jazz scene.
I was gonna say New Orleans and
Now
Memphis.
I'm gonna go ahead
I feel
and
like
say
have the best jazz.
New Orleans jazz, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Get you up out of your seat.
Nothing
baby.
can
I don't
touch
care
it.
what part of the north I'm from. She has nothing on the Creole mama. Okay, the Bayou
like
mamas.
Mufasa out here saying, "Go get me a bear."
Give me a bear.
One of them bear.
Give me one of them bear.
I'm crying. Oh, but yeah, so segregation did reinforce language uniqueness in our Black communities. So during the Harlem Renaissance, and especially in literature, how many of y'all, I'm pretty sure we've all read this book, Their Eyes Are Watching God. Come on. We most of us probably should have read this book growing up. That's one book they did make us read in grade school, surprisingly. By Zora Neale Hurston.
Read the full thing, just excerpts from it.
Oh wow.
I don't know if I ever read the whole thing.
Oh
Yeah.
I know I haven't read the whole thing.
Beloved, even. You know? So yeah. Back then I didn't know it was Ebonics, what I was reading, but it was cool. It was really interesting to learn that the books that we had did include a lot of it. And yeah, I'm not gonna keep yapping. Y'all have anything you want to mention about this part in particular?
You're not yapping, sweetie.
I know.
I think part of that reinforcement was for establishing because it's actually called the New Negro Renaissance now. Some people still say Harlem Renaissance just for short, but they finally recognized other areas that were popping off during this time as part of the Renaissance, the Black Renaissance. But
like Oklahoma,
Durham, New Orleans, Chicago, and
Oklahoma was popping off so much that they burned it down.
Man.
Wilmington was popping off so much that it was the only coup.
Yeah.
1898 race riots.
Yep.
You know,
Speaking of that, have you ever seen the list of how many like state parks were built on old Black towns? It's crazy.
My God.
Crazy
Especially in
long.
what was it in New York? Baby, I about cried.
Yeah.
I read that whole story. I was just like, oh my boy. They really sat here and drawn all those people. Okay.
I had a thought the other day. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
When you bring up New York, I went to a conference for work and they were talking about how they built Central Park, and I had recently learned the actual story about Central Park, and that was a Black village.
Yep.
And they had this person talking, and they were like, oh, the land was inhabitable. I can't talk right now. And that this guy came in and turned the swampland into a nice park for everybody to enjoy. And I was like, dang, they whitewashed the entire village out right now.
Yep, they did.
And people were like cheering and all this other stuff. And I was like, there's a whole village there. What are y'all talking about? And I had to show a friend of mine, and he was like, dang. He's like, you can't really trust nothing. And I was like, yeah, it's easy to Google it like now, but yeah, it's bad.
You know what? I was thinking the other day and I don't know if this is me reaching, but with the things that happened in California with the wildfires, for that prominent Black community, Altadena, to get burned down, it just was giving Tulsa. It was giving Tulsa. And I don't know if that was just me thinking that way. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it was me reaching, but the placement of, I don't know, you know, the fires.
You said Lake Lanier? Yeah.
I just don't know.
That's chat.
No, it's fine. But yeah, that just made me think about Tulsa. And I could be, like I said, I could be reaching, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody else had the same thought.
Yeah.
But it just kind of broke my heart. Because
it's just really sad seeing all kinds of these places that we visit, like that. Like me being here in GA, you know, Stone Mountain Park is infamous, as well as, Lake Lanier, which I've never visited still yet. Thank God. Everybody's like, you better go to. No, ma'am, I do not. We know about her. So I'm just like, it just sucks. Like, because I didn't have any knowledge about like all that when I moved here. But then I quickly wised up because like I came here from my husband. I don't care about that. So here we are. We're learning.
Yes, we are.
But the use of it during the New Negro Renaissance was to push the Black community as its own, because the core part of the movement was, we don't need white society to thrive. We can do it on our own.
Danny. Sorry.
Which is funny when you think about it that
Danny.
way, where we would say we don't need white society, we can do it on our own. When we do it on our own, they find ways to destroy it, take it away, blow it up, and everything else. Then when we're trying to crawl back up, they're like, well, what's you guys' problem? Why do y'all need handouts? Why can't you just do better?
40 acres and a mule.
The New Negro Renaissance was like
oh my God,
peak unity, peak thriving, and they ruined it all.
Like, why you gonna get mad?
The civil rights movement, because the civil rights movement actually started like at the end of the Renaissance.
Yeah, making it illegal to collect rainwater, and Nestle owns all the water in Colorado. To me, that's just crazy.
How you own water?
Water in one state,
right?
Like, how are you owning water, Miss Girl? What?
How you own it? What God gave to me for free? Hello, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
in its own well, in its own spring,
okay,
its own business.
Sick of this. But
Does this fuel y'all with rage?
Okay. But yeah, so as we go on more through evolution through our generations, civil rights movement for sure, definitely used in speeches and activism. Like in the speech I was reading from Malcolm X, there was one part, the particular part that I saw, one of the particular parts anyway that I saw in there, because he used the word jiving in this sentence. It says, the year when all the white politicians will be back in the so-called Negro community jiving you and me for some votes. And history is repeating itself, but I'm not gonna go over that. But yeah, so
big facts.
Movement over the last 100 years, AAVE is primarily associated with urban areas today because the largest populations of AAVE speakers live there. So that's where urban came from. That's where they attributed urban to the Black community, and they're like, it's freaking crazy. You know,
I hate urban just like that too. I guess sorry. Oh my God, you're so urban.
Right.
You know what kills me? And they'll be like, oh, you're so exotic, bitch. If you don't get, I'm not saying
you're fine. You're fine.
You know,
this is unrelated, but I was like, I was like one of the coolest buying terms I ever heard, like an old school person. I'm just like, yo, if I said this today, people would look at me like I'm crazy. But everyone else that looks like me would understand.
Okay.
Unless they like, old dude that's a Kendrick's halftime performance was whack.
I love calling people jive turkeys. I'm sorry.
Jive is just like,
calling someone jive is so funny to me. It's great.
You ain't nothing but a jive turkey.
It's so simple,
so nice. Like, you so
it's
jive.
so quick. Like, dang, you so jive.
Right?
Right.
Come on.
Never gave.
And
the
it don't sound rude
jive.
either.
It doesn't.
When you call someone fake without saying fake is great.
So I feel like with jive, we just kind of evolved. I don't know what the current one would be, other than maybe OD. But I was like, there was OC. And,
OC. What's OC?
I never had OC.
I it was from jive, trifling, and then like OD.
Yeah, trifling.
I haven't heard of OC. That might be a regional thing for you.
Oh yeah, I say trifling all the time.
But then OD
Come on,
was like one of the
see that?
The Joker.
Yeah, Joker.
Come on, Joker. Nixon's coming out with the terms. That's what my dad say
Okay.
all the time. That Joker over there. I'm like, country ass motherfucker. Country ass. I love my dad so much.
Raggedy Daddy. Oh, weak. So how true?
Of course, crashing out.
Right. That's new. That's real. Well, that's not new, but people, they took it and ran with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Same thing with touching grass.
Yeah. But so this little bullet list at the end, how true is this for the people that live in these areas? How true is this bullet list for y'all? I do say yin. I say yin all the time. Okay. You ain't nothing but a jive turkey.
It's funny because like I've lived in both southern and northern parts, so my speech is just everywhere. So I'm a DC girly, you know, born and raised, you know, and nothing, baby, nothing, baby. Those are my go-to.
Sure do.
But I also say show because baby. It sure do. And damn sure do. But I do say yin too. You ain't gonna see me there. Girl, where?
Who all over there? You ain't gonna see me.
Well, the real question is it show or show? Because so you can leave off the L.
You can do both.
Because in the South, I feel like it's show without the L.
It's gonna sound crazy, but I think you add a letter depending on what you about to say next. Cause I can be like, y'all
show enough.
Get on my last nerve.
You know what? You right. Show is the prefix. That's what it is. Show enough. Show did.
Show did.
I showed it. And don't give a fuck.
Oh my gosh. Even the way we say is even Ebonics. I just I love it. I love it. But yeah,
that we see each other. I see you. You're me.
Yes, the civil rights movement solidified it. Yeah, for sure. It is a big cultural identifier for us. So let's see what we got up here next. So we get to the good part. Now we're getting into the present day. All right.
Okay.
AAVE and pop culture.
Y'all about to hear me talking because you know the game was
crazy earlier.
We're gonna think through what do you consume now that contains AAVE? Everything.
Hello.
Okay. You know we gonna talk about it. You know we gonna talk about the Super Bowl performance. So everybody sit tight. All right. But yeah. So music in the music category. Ebonics spread globally through Black music. Hip-hop artists helped introduce phrases like for show and on fleek. You know, and you know what they talk about, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
About it.
Media and film shows like Good Times and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for sure popularized it. And Hollywood has a big history of exaggerating and stereotyping it. Then of course social media, words like slay, lit, period, you know, mainstream usage.
They murder all that.
Boo TikTok. But yeah,
TikTok boo.
Many of these terms are used without crediting us though. And yeah. So
especially on Fleek, because homegirl was really just minding her business, getting her
nails get
done.
crunk. Eyebrows on fleek.
We do.
Demure or whatever.
Demure. Oh my gosh.
Her quick.
Real quick.
I was like, yeah, God, they didn't even give her time to do nothing with that one.
The thing is, that's not even Ebonics. That's a real word. They stole how she said it, and that's what made it annoying. I'm like, why don't y'all just say the word the way it's supposed to be said? Why they gotta say it like this?
Demure.
Exactly. So
pop culture, quick culture, internet culture, all built on it. Listen,
all of it.
You see it.
All of
it, Lano. You see it.
Exactly.
I will say a funny thing about music. So y'all know how like hip hop's in different countries, right? So linguistically, I'll use Japan as an example. Linguistically, it is hard for them to mimic rap in their own language because they would have to, unless they're like a part of the indigenous group where they got their own dialect, they cannot. Our words don't exist in their language.
Nope.
They can't Romanize it.
They can't. They have to rap it in English if they are not a part of. If they're not a part of an indigenous group where they have a word that can kind of replace it. It was really interesting to study because a lot of them like looked up the rappers like Missy Elliott or Public Enemy, and they wanted to match that flow. Because they enjoyed it so much, you know, because they actually like wear the traditional garb and they call themselves battling samurai and they have rap battles. It's really dope. But they can't match the flow that we have because they don't. They can't. I hate to say it, but
Alexis.
Could you imagine a Japanese person trying to say golly G? Y'all know they cannot pronounce them R's. Like, well, L doesn't exist like in the Japanese alphabet, so they would have to be like Gori G, honey. Like, girl, what? Gori? Get out of here. She's canceled.
Yeah, if they're not one of them indigenous groups where they can slide one of their indigenous words in,
then it's a wrap. They got to throw the whole song away.
They gotta say it in English.
It's getting all snarky with his malarkey. But yeah.
Oh my God, Nick, thanks for the follow.
So, beloveds, let's talk about this Super Bowl performance. Let's talk about it real quick. So, first and foremost, right off the bat, the opening.
Oh my God. Thanks for the other follow. Thank you.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know everything Kendrick was saying. I don't. But that's not the point.
I would say the audio quality was terrible. You'd have to listen to it on Spotify or something to get everything, but yeah.
Exactly.
I want to fight the audio person.
Part of me feels like they lowered his sound on purpose, but you know...
They did. I was going to say that, but you know.
The stations were too busy replacing all the boos of Trump with applause, so they messed up the audio.
Yeah.
Idiots, all of them.
Because he did a great job performing. Like, a lot of people don't have that kind of breath control.
They don't. At all.
And that's what I really do admire about Kendrick. That's just why I always stuck around with it. Because I'm, you know, me, I'm just not a rap girly, you know, and that's okay. That's not saying I don't appreciate, you know, like I'm a '90s baby, like the '90s girl, and like rap music for my generation, that was the voice of us. Okay, like when the words were solidified, they were talking about the oppression, the shootings, everything that's going on in culture. Now you're talking about ass titties and bitches, and I'm just like, girl, turn it off, goodbye. You know, I hit up a little ratchet joint every now and again, but J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar came out, and I was just like, let me clock back in, hold up, because the kids are revolutionizing the lyrics are lyricsing, and yeah, it was giving for me. But like right now, I can't, like, you will not see me as everybody think like, oh, do you love, you know,
see on that topic
Minaj or whoa. I'm just like, girl, move.
When you're talking about the 90s, the one thing I always saw them trying to take stuff away from us again is they were rapping about things they were experiencing and what was happening in the world, and they try and flip it and say what they're rapping about is causing people to do this or do that. And I'm like,
yeah,
no.
that, like the interpretation of the message being sent out, like we had open ears, and I'm just like, bro, that y'all need to calm it down. Like, y'all always trying to spin the record a different type of way. Shut your ass up, because that's not your culture. You don't know what they're talking about. Like, calm it down. So when you try to appropriate that, it's just not working.
Yeah, and it's always crazy to me when someone who's not a part of the culture doesn't understand the culture, but because they have money or influence or whatever, they could go and try and tell us what something means. And like, they still do that today, and I just think that's super ridiculous.
Yep.
I'm gonna let you know right now, I don't listen to anybody's opinion on rap music or black music that isn't black.
Okay.
If you're not telling me a historical fact or a historical resource, anything you have to say to me is not valid.
Girl, kaboom, gone. Goodbye. Deleted. In one ear and then eviscerated. It's not even going out the other ear. It's just shredded.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I wish I was part of the culture more.
I was trying to say something.
What you mean by that?
It's okay.
What you mean?
I mean, you're here, you're listening with us. I mean, that's more than what a lot of people do. Yeah.
And this is what we need people to do, is come in and learn, because they are not willing to do that. They go by the first thing that they hear and do zero research. They do zero backward. They don't even know who they are at the end of the day. And they're spewing out all this information that's misinformation. And they got us looking like, you know, what they be trying to make us look like. Angry, rude, illiterate, all that.
Aggressive.
I mean, and it's okay to be black, because listen, baby, my brother and all my family, they really used to look at me weird. I grew up listening to Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, y'all.
Let's
Okay,
go.
Period.
I was listening to stuff on the radio station that I was not supposed to be listening to as a black child and and being the only queer in the household. I had to just like really bunker down. Like the kid was just not feeling like I was supposed to be in the house. I felt like I don't listen to the type of music they listen to, because classical is it for me. Okay, this is the first thing that I heard outside of like ethnic black music that I discovered on my own. So I'm just like, you be in the culture, be you, but just like don't, how would I guess what I just said earlier, like just like don't take in the first thing and just be like, oh yeah, I heard this and this is what it is. Do your research, like do some backstory. Like if you win the video game, you want to go get to the end credits and you want to get that secret ending, baby, you got to put in that work. Okay, so do some research.
And I also would say I wouldn't get information about a subject from somebody who hates that subject.
Okay.
So
or Wikipedia.
Let's say video game terms. If I hate Halo, I hate everything Halo, and let's say I never even played Halo, but I just hate it. Why would you come to me asking if Halo was a good game? I'm not going to tell you anything good about it. So if somebody hates black people, hate black culture, don't understand black culture, not a part of it, why do people get information from them?
Right.
It's like, I ain't trying to point a finger at them, but we all know the people that do this. And for some reason, a lot of them listen to these people.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, let's say woke. Woke is probably the most recent one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some of them don't do it overtly. It's the covert ones that, they teach the kids, they write the articles, they write the... If I had to tell you, I had an entire seminar where we were talking about the history of ethnomusicology, and sitting in that seminar and listening about the great jazz debate. Just for context about that, Marsalis family and some scholar were talking about like the origins of jazz. Marsalis family clocked him, was just like, nah, you're not about to say jazz didn't originate in New Orleans when there's written documents just because some white group in the Midwest recorded the first jazz album.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of underhanded stuff that does more damage than the overt stuff.
Yep.
Which sucks.
Because like my thing at the end of the day is like, it's just as easy to teach love as it is to teach hatred,
Mm-hmm.
Like all you do is just plant the seed and it grows from there. Like why would you?
But why is it so hard to unlearn hate? That's the crazy part. It's not.
It's not that it's hard. It's just they don't want to let it go. They don't want to. They don't want to submit to the inferiority, right? Because they don't see where they're wrong. They don't see the damage that they've caused. It's the victim. They're the ultimate victim. It's giving last girl vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, it's okay to be wrong. And I tell people, I tell my community this, I tell my friends, I tell anybody that I care about, it's okay to be wrong as long as you're willing to conform. Like being wrong is not the problem. It's choosing to stay wrong, being ignorant, being belligerent.
Yep.
Unwilling to unteach yourself these things. Because like it's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is a choice. So when people say I can't, it's bullshit. They don't want to.
Yeah.
Gosh. It's just like, just to have like so much hate in your heart for another group of people.
They ain't even thinking about you.
The feeling of hate itself is terrible. Like anger is such a gross feeling. So imagine you live your whole life feeling this terrible feeling. Just ugh.
And you know how that shows actually, Anka? It shows how they age.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because like when you have all that festering in you, like I'm an avid, like I'm not a pacifist, but I do study peace, love, tranquility, all those things. But, the kid is always ready. Okay, I'm a DC kid. At heart, we don't do too much talking. We get to the action, and that's it. However, I choose to embrace love. I choose to not be that stereotypical, oh, I heard about y'all DC niggas, all that. I'm just like, no, like that's not me.
What you mean by
like
that?
That exists in everything too.
Let me tell you.
The way you said it exists in or
you felt it, right?
I don't know about them DC niggas. Oh, look, everywhere
and that's
I go,
all I hear.
like that.
That's
Even
me.
in the
That's
military, I got
That's
that.
my life, bro. That is my life.
It's-
Like, and I'm just
Ooh,
like,
that shit
first of
pisses me
all,
off.
I'm probably the most non-traditional person I know
What's
at
up,
this point
Giza?
in life. Like, queer, non-binary. I'm just here vibing, doing the things. I've let go of so many things that used to hold me back as a Black person, just in general. Like, because everybody's like, oh, well, do you put your queerness before your Blackness? Like, I don't put anything before nothing. I'm me in a full package up front.
Period.
What's good?
Exactly.
So that what you just said right there, I think is very important, and I think Black people and maybe Hispanics, we can look at things as what they are, whereas other groups have to try and dissect it. Like, you don't have to be, do you do your Black stuff first or your queer stuff first? No, you're Black queer. It's one whole piece. You don't have
You know what
to
I do? I do my
dissect
skills
that.
and stuff first. Is what I do. Yeah, I really eat. I
Yeah.
really eat the category down. Is what I do.
Mhm, mhm.
Hello.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I don't know
There's no
why
way
it's
you're
so
telling me
hard
to
to
choose
accept.
between my two halves. And if you really want to get into it, I got a little Asian up in there somewhere. But I'm not about to sit here and just like, I'm not gonna. Oh, I'm gonna hold this over your head because woo woo woo. No, I'm me, nigga. You like it or not?
Period.
And if you
Mhm.
don't, fight me, like, because if it gets to it, it gets to it. I try not to go there, but please don't let
Part of that idea from the split comes from the new Blacks.
Yep.
Throw that out there.
Yep.
that
Yeah.
part.
Yep.
Black, you
Click the-
Pop. Hear it from Dr. Pop,
Mhm.
okay?
Mhm.
Because baby, the new
To be a
I'm
Negro
not
in this
a part
country.
of the queer community at all, but it's really sad to see some that will just be straight up anti-Black for whatever validation that they think they're gonna get from people that don't even look like them.
Mhm.
I get about people that hate the Logic as a rapper just because he's half white. Oh,
Oh wow.
I never understood the Logic hate either. I will say though, when the hate started coming up, I did start hearing him doing more and more songs about being mixed, and I think he was feeding into it a little bit, but I'm glad he didn't let it stop him. I think he did right.
I was
Good.
definitely gonna say that because like it's these are things in life that we are always brought to as a challenge. Like it hits you. It's a culture shock, and they don't teach you how to. And when I say they, I mean our families, other cultures and not other cultures. Sorry, other Blacks in our culture. We don't get to learn how to mediate and navigate through these traumas that are stipulated on it. It's just like get through it.
Mhm.
We got to. It's not like that. Like we don't have to be these hard ass people all the time. We have emotions. We have everything that other humans have, and we just have to take time to actually be a little bit more comfortable with who we are.
Mhm.
And it's okay to accept those things that you feel like may not be right, but don't give into like society's version of you. Like fuck all that. At the end of the day, you choose who you're going to be. And I tell people this all the time. And I'm not saying, hey, because this is the big misconstruity on all things. It's just like, oh, it's not as easy as you say. Nigga, when did I say it was easy? Ain't none of this shit easy.
None of it at all.
But you have to determine who you are at the end of the day, how you feel, and if something's going to affect you. Like you have to make the decision. Is it going to be a hard decision? Yes, bitch. It's going to be hard as motherfucking nails on goddamn your feet. Okay, 9-inch nails going through you.
What Sarabi just said in the chat, why not accept that people are all different? I think that's a big thing, and that's more than just language. Not being able to understand people are different has led to a lot of people dying, especially Black women with pregnancies. And I want to say that's one of the main reasons that they are having issues with Black women who are pregnant is because they're treating them the same as white women. So some women are in pain and they're having issues, and these doctors are like, oh, you're faking it. You'd be fine. Here, take this pill and get out my office type things. And then they're dying during childbirth.
Well,
And it's like, if you accept that you need to take everybody as an individual, everybody is different, and actually do your damn job and examine them the right way, we wouldn't be having so many infant fatalities and women dying during childbirth.
But also, they don't think Black people experience pain like other people do. So
yeah,
there's that.
Yeah,
And
because
that's
like,
a
what is
book,
up with
too.
that?
That was a whole
that's-
racist book that he wrote, that Black people have a higher tolerance for pain, and some of these doctors are still freaking using it today, which is outrageous to me.
Yep.
Yeah, I know some people that like around during that era, there was one doctor, I think he was like in Ohio or something, that was still in the anesthetic for pregnant women. I know one lady was talking about how when she was pregnant, she was just like, she was telling her mom, she's like, I can feel it. I'm not supposed to feel anything. Came to find out that doctor was one of the ones still in the drugs. All because that article was just like, oh yeah, no, they can feel more pain.
So what Koo just said in the chat, what RFK Jr. said, have you guys seen that one?
Oh,
so
no.
He's our new lead on healthcare for the United States, and he says that black people don't need the same shots as white people.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
and they are putting them in charge of our healthcare. So, yeah.
Well, not to get too off track.
I don't want to take that as something negative only because of who his dad is, but
you know,
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Sorry, Anca.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. You're fine. Everything you're saying is valid and related to what we're talking about. We get on a time constraint. That was all. No, trust me. No, like this is crazy because this is a discussion that really can't be squozed, not squeezed, squozed into 2 hours.
You better eat that up. You better eat that antibiotics, bitch.
I was like, which one am I gonna say? No. but yeah, no, everything that we've been discussing has been very pertinent, and it all comes back to the point of being here today. So yeah, it's just I don't have any.
Say thank you.
Yeah.
To everybody that did show up, because like this is monumentous. This doesn't lets you understand us as people, not just as streamers or anything like that. It's like this is real shit. This is how we live. This is how our lives have been. All this time. Like I'm a whole ass 34, baby. Like I don't look at it.
You don't at all. You don't look at it at all.
I know, my mama.
Black don't crack.
But like, in real seriousness, like this is really the base point, and like, just don't treat people the same. Treat people like individuals. Come at them like you're just meeting them. Don't assume. Don't because my past trauma, girl. That's your past trauma. That ain't got shit to do with me, baby. Like my experience with blacks. I don't care about your experience with blacks. I'm chosen, girl. I'm the only one, the chosen one,
the one of one. So okay,
the only one.
All right.
But yeah, there you go.
But yeah,
please,
and then treat others how you want to be treated as well. Don't be.
Not even that. Treat people like people.
That too.
Yeah.
Like they're
worth
something. To
treat people, baby, square up.
Because some people want to be miserable.
They do. I don't know why people want to be miserable. That's the crazy part. Why do you want to be miserable?
My favorite thing is treat people how they deserve, honey. Because it ain't no have a great day. How do you deserve, boo?
Because if you out here being rude, you deserve it back. I'm just saying.
Somebody slammed your damn finger into the door.
Oh my God. But yeah, so common words and phrases. You crack me up.
Sorry. I love you.
I love you too. No, you crack me. But this list is not exhaustive by any means. There is so much more. Just the things we've been saying in our dialogue tonight goes on this list. But anyway, common words and phrases that have been quote unquote translated to standard English. Number 1 is woke. Woke has been taken and ran with to mean something totally different. And it's just...
I want to say that this definition is also a translation because it was used during the civil rights and black power movements as stay woke or be aware of what the government's doing. They were not worried about the state of the world.
That's all.
That too.
The state of the world didn't come about until like the 2010s.
Well, shoot.
Do want to throw that out there.
Okay.
Yeah, woke's been around for a while. Like my grandparents would have known.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I would say probably 1920s with woke, with the I guess even later on, I'd say with the Green Book even, which I'm assuming you all know the Green Book.
I don't.
Yeah, they didn't use woke as a term, but they knew how to move.
Yeah.
Right. It was the action at that point rather than,
Yeah. I can say there is documented evidence of when woke first came about as a term. Is it the 50s?
And we all know the next one, baby.
Yeah.
Bet. That's a bet.
Now, let's break
That's
it
a bet.
down because to me, bet is like a bitch for me.
Okay.
Like, depending on that mood, baby. Oh, bet.
Yeah.
All right.
And even
or do you
this.
got bet? All right, we about to go meet up. Bet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They here
all
for
the
it. Didn't
time.
someone say that as soon as we got started?
Yeah.
Like, I'm here for this.
I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
Bet. I'm here for
Someone
it.
said
It's
clock
probably me.
earlier when the-
Me. Clock that tea, honey.
Clock that tea.
Mhm.
Clock
Clock
that
it.
tea. That's one of my.
said
I love
bet
it. One of my
around
favorites.
some, I said bet around some white friends once, and they definitely was like, bet what? We gambling? I was like, never mind.
See, no. I need to meet more of
no.
your friends. I miss the white folks that did. Y'all see
Just
in the
oblivious.
conference room that was just like, we can take this outside. I'm like, these
Look
are the
here.
white folks we need to bring back. The
Look
ones
here.
that don't
Now,
know
now look
Ebonics.
here.
Yep.
Okay, now look
The
here.
ones that don't know
That's another
Ebonics, we
thing
need to
with
bring them
language,
back.
though, is the way you say bet or the way you say something also matters, not just what the word is.
Right, because
Yeah.
the tone
You can
describes
say
the
bet just
definition.
now, but I can look at you and be like, "Oh, okay, bet."
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know I'm getting
That was
up.
positive.
And then about me some
And it
furniture
means-
moving
Nigga.
around.
And it means two different things.
And I'm
I'm
like,
gonna throw
it's
that-
not just what's written. Like, you can't really do that when it comes to us. Like, we're very animated people. I'll
Mhm.
say that. And you can't just write, all right, he said bet. Like, now how did he say bet?
Right.
Or like, you got the right one.
Mhm.
Like, how
I need
is
a
it the right one? Is
Oh.
it the wrong one? You got
What does
the
that
wrong
mean?
one.
What does that mean?
It's usually because your parents say you got the right one today. Woo!
Mhm.
Flashbacks, Lord Jesus.
They said
You
bet,
got the
but yeah,
one.
how
Yeah,
did he
when you
say
bring
it?
up your parents, if you said, hey mom, can I go outside? Yeah, go ahead. Go on ahead outside.
Mhm.
Are you gonna go outside? Nah.
Hell
You know
nah, I'm
what
going to my
it is.
room. Mm-mm.
Okay, you gonna learn today. But yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, this is a loose translation. Like we just said, it highly depends upon the situation,
A word.
the circumstances, and how
Mhm.
what is going on. How we say it also determines what it means. So, if you know, you know.
Mhm.
All right.
And if you don't, you
And if you don't know,
find
now
out.
you know.
What? And if you don't know, now you know.
And if you don't, now you know.
Nigga. All right. Anyway.
You said, oh, word.
Oh, word.
Oh,
Bet.
word.
Heard.
Oh, word.
Heard.
Bet.
You ain't said nothing but a word.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? You ain't said
Oh,
nothing
don't let
but
it
a
be.
word.
Don't let it be big bet. Cool.
Oh,
All right.
Fat.
Big back is crazy.
I
Oh.
don't even say facts
No, I
like
said
that
big bad.
anymore.
Big bad.
Oh,
big
big
bad.
bad. Not, oh, I was like big
now.
back.
Not big back. No, baby.
Big bag behavior.
Me, honestly.
Okay.
My fat ass.
All right.
Be me tomorrow for this paycheck.
Listen.
Hello.
All right. I think we got one
Get
more
outta here.
slide, y'all. So before we get into questions, so let me double check. So the misuse and appropriation of sorry, we got two more slides, but they're real quick. Misuse and appropriation. So can you think of any words that have been misused recently?
Oh my God.
Aha.
Definitely woke.
I'm going to touch grass. Like,
Let's
You wanna go
hear
read
it.
a book?
Oh, that example at the bottom. Oh,
Mm.
oh.
Mm.
Burns my coochie off my body, baby. What?
I'm
Like, my
crying.
whole thing is, how do you sound a color, baby?
Right.
How? That's not how that works, girl. I am educated. I am black, honey.
You're very articulated.
that,
What does that mean? Like,
Oh, right,
Was it
articulate.
that, was it Target that was using all sorts of AAV in
Oh,
their
yeah.
advertisements, but wouldn't use black models?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then it
Mm-hmm.
became a whole meme because people was making fake ones.
What?
Get that Cole's cash in. I was like, what?
Did they say that?
She
So
really cooked here. Get your new potware in aisle 7. Oh my god.
it's so crazy.
Lambo, please, bitch.
It's so ratchet. I don't understand. No, but
It's crazy, honestly.
I mean, if you're gonna
Like
use it, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, if you're gonna use it, make sure you know why you're using it in the context of what you're saying. Because a lot of us use Ebonics in our everyday dialogue, and that's just what it is. It's part of the English language, and you can't get away with it. But at least understand where it came from. Okay, so yeah, I get
because I don't want nobody black using this language.
Honestly, because it's crazy because
same, but
you see all the culture and all the diversity that we come from and what we built and then what they got.
Like, I don't care who you was raised
wait.
around. You're not out here singing "I've Been Buked" this
Oh
morning.
no.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
If I find a
Listen.
non-black person singing that song, I will go see Jesus the next day. I'm telling y'all. He's going to have to see.
It is crazy because I
you
had
have to have
very
me send me
few.
to the pearly gates because
Oh.
I'm not gonna be able to handle it.
oh
So
no,
what do you mean?
I
oh
have very few friends that are outside of the black spectrum. I was gonna say something, but I'm not trying to be rude, like my normal self. However, do not ask me, couldn't you use those words? I don't care if you were raised in a black family, baby. Don't do it. Not around me.
Mhm.
And don't think just because my friends are saying it that you can say, oh, I got black. No.
Mhm.
You will not. And I need y'all as individuals of the black community, please do not let these people get away with this just because y'all cool. No.
Mm-mm.
It is a no. It is a standing no. Don't be like, oh, well, I thought just because we're no. Absolutely. No, it's not that word. It's just anything. Don't say nothing. Just don't do it. And you know they can't say nigga.
For 2012 Twitter, but y'all remember that big
We know
debate
it.
on Black Twitter where it's just like Ebonics is a gateway for people to think it's okay for them to say the N-word.
Try Jesus, not me.
Because you already said you going to go
Don't
see
try
Jesus
me.
on
Exactly.
somebody trying you.
Cause I throw hands,
So that's where I was going.
I fight.
Let's try to stay activated.
and,
Shit.
See, one thing I see with why I think some of us can't do what we really want to do is because they start suing now.
Mhm.
Drake.
Yeah,
But
child.
they can't really beat us in fights anymore,
Drake.
even when they start a fight. And now they be changing things around. So let's say you even let them swing on you first. If you knock them down and they hit their head on the way down or
Oh
something like
yeah.
that, it's harder for us to get a self-defense play because then they go, oh, you were upset about a word? Well, you should control your emotions, blah, blah, blah. But
let
you
them shoot
reverse
me.
that. Exactly. I said you reverse that and all of a sudden,
Oh, he may have been going through something last week. I don't give a
Yep.
fuck.
Oh,
Yep.
but yet somebody accidentally looks at somebody the wrong way back in the day and they get hanged for it. Okay.
back in the day,
Or
it's still
get
happening
lied
today.
on. Or get lied on. We not even
That's,
talking
yeah.
that's
about
current day.
Hello?
It's still current day. Somebody,
I
yeah.
was gonna say Ahmaud Arbery, who was just jogging
Yep.
like that. Yeah.
Minding their own business, just living life, going on their jog, worried about their health and their fitness. So here we go, boom.
Mm-hmm.
What
Mhm.
is this?
Tamir Rice playing with a toy gun in the park. Cop rolled up, shot him within 3 seconds. And I'm
A
like,
child.
I
Dog.
played with toy guns growing up. And I'm like, back in the
Oh,
day,
that was a
like
big
some of
no.
them guns looked real. Even BB guns. Some
They
of them
did.
guns
That's why they had
looked
that.
real.
Even had that little orange tip on it. They said, "Fuck that."
Mhm.
You gotta make it
People was
whole.
like, well, the gun looked
illusionary.
real, so the cop was justified. I'm like, y'all wouldn't say that if everything was reversed. Like,
If
ain't no
little
way.
Timmy down the lane would have got popped up by Officer Jackson, I bet you Officer Jackson would have stripped all his motherfucking rights, bitch.
Oh,
Please.
no, not
Get
little
outta
Timmy.
here.
Not little Timmy. Oh no.
Timmy. Sorry.
But
See, I
even
thought about
on
it afterwards.
language, when if we are trying to say we know our rights, say we start saying what the law is or something like that. Oh, why are you talking? Why are you talking back? Just do what he says. Do what he says.
That
But
is the craziest shit. That part.
when I see the reverse and the dude calling them every name in the book, pulls a knife on them and swinging at them, swinging a hammer at them, and they
Baby.
get tasered or whatever.
Do
I'm
y'all
like,
remember
dude,
that video
oh
where
my God.
homegirl was literally cussing at the cop, calling him the N-word, hard
Mhm.
ER. Oh, you're not gonna do motherfucking shit to me. Boop, boop, boop. And he said, ma'am, if you don't get your ass back, I will pop you. And guess what he did? He popped her motherfucking ass. And I need it to happen like that more. Cause like, girl, you're talking to authorities and you're calling him the N-word. Like, this is the police, y'all. And this, like, in my brain, I'm like, this black man in uniform has the patience of Christ himself, because he is deliberating with this woman for over 2.5 minutes after threatening her with deadly force gun to her chest. And then you're not gonna fucking shoot me. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then what'd he do? Laid her ass out like a pack of cards, as he should.
So I'm like, I don't know why they say, well, we could say something in a way more polite way, but because of the way we look, they take it completely different versus someone going super negative, doing everything wrong, and they'll be like, oh, well, maybe they shouldn't have done that.
Literally breaking the law.
Macy. All she said was, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and that man
Oh my God. That
made me so angry.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like,
because she was still
really
alive
out here
and
breaking
they could have
laws.
helped her. That's what made it worse.
Even when we speak standard English, we still get treated this way. So
exactly.
What's
because
the
we
point?
get treated like fools. We get to, like, you know, it become lesser. Like, I can talk to you like just like this. I can speak to a police officer, sir. I'm just trying to go home. I'm not doing anything. This is my normal routine. I'm just trying to go home, trying to see my husband. And they're just gonna be like, why are you being hostile? What are you doing? Put your hands behind your head. I'm like, bro.
So,
Civil rights movement, they was wearing suits, ties, and dresses, and they still got fire hosed down. So you can't say it's the way we dress either.
Nope, it's nothing to do with our hair.
It's how
the way
they
we
see
dress.
us.
Yep.
What they perceive, the hatred is installed. They see brown skin, they see something that's just not looking like crusty sand, and boom, ready to blast us the fuck down. Like, what is this?
Crusty sand got me. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, girl.
I'm sorry.
Just giving eggshell.
Oh, no.
Hello?
But yeah.
Hey, looking for a reason for real, Sarabi. You hit that one right.
You know, and like, especially like circling back, like I code switch. Sometimes I try not to, but I kind of stopped code switching, but I still do it sometimes, and I kind of
because it's installed. That's what we have. There's nothing wrong with that.
I do want to preface: code switching is not changing who you are completely.
Right.
It's just deleting words or phrases that you would normally say around your peers. Some people think code switching is just being a completely different person. That's not what it is. The double consciousness concept is literally you being conscious of who you are, and you have to act in a particular way that is still yourself, but is palatable for people who do not like you. I just want to preface that because some people are like, oh yeah, you know, I have to code switch all the time. I'm like, no. You're personality fishing, social media, catfishing, whatever. Not the same.
Yeah. Like, girl, that's not you ever.
Yeah.
You're a fraud. Get it together.
Nah, I code switch.
No, code switching is not fraudulent activity. You are. Think about normal Bob from SpongeBob. He was still SpongeBob. he was just
hey, how are you?
See, when I'm in the office, I'm Carlton Banks.
Oh,
but once that clock hit, it's Will Smith time.
You know,
that tie coming off. The J's are going on.
When I answer that phone, I'm like, hello, how can I help you today?
Hi, thank you for calling.
You got to get business. You know, this is my work. You know, I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to do all that.
You know,
but baby girl, when I put that phone down, fuck you, dumbass. You know, let's get it together. You got to switch that code, baby.
Crazy. No,
Like,
but
hey
for
guys,
real.
how's it going? What up, niggas?
Okay.
As-
Probably that Zoom call. Hello, how are you today?
Okay.
I get in
Honestly.
Discord. What up, niggas?
Okay. All right. Let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
As complex, you're
Like, can I add you on Facebook? Like,
No.
you can't handle off work me,
no,
man.
you can't. You can't handle it.
Like,
I
come
don't have
on,
Facebook.
we can hang out. Like, nah,
Oh.
we can't.
Mm-mm.
Like, you wouldn't like me out of work because I don't talk like this out of work.
Exactly.
Nah.
You know, as we've gone through this presentation, as complex as it is, it's not it's crazy to me that it's perceived as uneducated when we're some of the most educated people on this planet. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it hurts my heart that if we just say something out of the norm, quote unquote standard English, that don't matter what degrees we have, it don't matter certifications we have, it doesn't matter any of that. As soon as we speak black, it's out the window. So
Yep.
but yeah.
Well,
It's real.
sometimes
It's
it
wild
feels like
work.
it's not even what we speak anymore. It's if we exist.
Mhm.
It's is a DEI hire,
Mhm.
and I'm like, so
Oh,
I have
girl.
people that will like work under me, right? And most of them only have a high school education. And I'm like, I have my degrees, like my bachelor's and my master's. So I'm like, if I go to tell somebody what to do or something like that, oh, you a college boy or who you know to work here? I'm like, first off, like, yeah, I went to college, but I also have military experience. Like, you came straight out of high school to work here. Like, I've done
glad you said first
way much
Mhm.
more. Like, there's like
we
you
not
have
gonna do.
no ground to stand on. When, yeah, I got into it once with somebody like that, and didn't have a problem after that. But guaranteed, somebody had to come talk to me. Oh, were you upset? Were you mad? And I'm like, why are you talking to me about being upset when somebody was trying to disrespect me? Like,
Right.
there was
Like,
no.
I thought that this is an HR violation.
Right.
Hello?
Mhm.
What's the tea? So it
Mhm.
works for their way, but not my way? Just because I didn't come to you?
And that's what that whole we have to work 5 times harder and do twice as much and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, the person who works next to me got in because their dad owns a company or something.
Kind of crazy.
Oh,
And
let's
he don't
not
have any
talk about the piggyback
So,
system.
Yeah, that's the whole topic for nothing.
My field
But
is
yeah,
so interesting
another time.
because when it comes to music, white people are the DEI. Even in classical music, because the instruments came from the Silk Road trade.
Mm-hmm.
All
Sure
the string
did.
instruments
Yep.
literally came from East Asia and parts of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
And
like
The more you know.
It's crazy when people go do their back work, when they go look up these instruments, they be like, what the hell?
literally we're just like, here are our instruments that we use.
She
Mm-hmm.
said, we stole it all.
And it's so crazy. What is it? What most of the beats are from Africa, right? Or all of them?
Yep.
Yeah. So, you know,
West Africa
Teddy,
specifically.
West Africa.
Not right now.
Yeah,
No.
I'm crying.
I
So,
said plunger, like pillaging and plunging.
So,
honey.
as we
calm it down.
get to the last slide here, let's talk about the future of AAV because it's constantly evolving. As you know, as we speak. So there's a question: should it be recognized as its own dialect or its own language? And y'all can share in chat what you think. Linguists argue it has, you know, as it said, that it has its distinct grammar and phonetics. So do you think it should be a dialect or a language or both? I don't even know. Could it be both? I don't
It's
know.
already considered a dialect. I think there's
Mhm.
been some debate on whether it should be considered a language, but
Mhm.
it is. It's been considered a dialect for some years now.
Mm,
I figure like the language part jumps back to what Pop said earlier, like about, you know, Creole being its own like actual language, because like what we have is derived from the English language.
Mhm.
So it wouldn't, like, we would have to come up with a whole new spin on
mhm.
the situation for it to be considered. I feel like considered a language in that retrospect.
You know,
We'd have to make up some words.
It'd be kind of like what the Koreans did, because they were like, Chinese, Japanese too hard. We're gonna make our own alphabet.
And I'm gonna just let you know they serve, because Korean is a bop. Because baby, learning Japanese, I'm dying over this bitch, girl.
Okay, keep going though.
The actual Creole, not
you got it.
We're not doing this again.
There's Creole, which is the process of creating a dialect from a language, and then there is Creole, the language itself that has different dialects.
Which we were speaking on the language that, baby, don't get me out of character. Pop is nice.
You have Haitian Creole, you have Caribbean, you have the Creole that's spoken in the Carolinas by the Gullas.
Which language is Creole?
Which language is... Wait, what do you mean which language is
Yeah,
Creole?
I'm confused as well.
I think you're...
Out of what I listed, they're all Creole. There's just different dialects within Creole. Creole itself is a language, and then you have Creole, which is the process of creating a dialect from a language.
Yeah.
Right. So there's not which language. There is a Creole-like separate language, and then there are the dialects of Creole that stem from an actual... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, sweetie.
Yes.
It's a language.
Listen,
and it has dialects.
English is terrible because they did not figure out another way to say Creole, which is the process of creating a dialect. But the Creole that Zen was talking about was the language itself, which does have dialects.
I'm so sorry.
I really hate the English language, because it's just like
the English language sucks.
Because they talk about I before E except after C, and then there's 16 words that have that whole.
You know,
girl.
my favorite was once was what before it was what
is Haitian Creole and Jamaican Creole the same language?
Oh my God, baby. Okay.
No,
they're
no.
Dialects of they're dialects of Creole.
Right.
Creole. So, so you have French, and Creole is a dialect for French. So even though those are their own languages, they're all dialects from French. So you have Haitian Creole, Jamaican Creole, there's Creole in the Virgin Islands, you have Creole in Louisiana known as Caribbean, you also have a Creole in the Carolinas.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also Creole in New York, but I don't think they have a specific name. It's mostly Jamaicans up there.
It's a difficult concept, trust.
Yeah.
Like,
forgive me, I'm so
don't,
sorry.
Zen is not laughing at you, I promise.
Zen is laughing at the concept.
Yeah,
you probably like see my face trying to break down that concept. Is just.
I'm definitely not laughing at you, baby.
No, Zen is not laughing at you at all. Want to make that clear.
Yeah.
They're
dialects of the parent language, which is what Ebonics is. It's a set of dialects of English, which is the parent language.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's just so baffling because like everybody wants to make English seem so hyped up, so gassed, and I'm like, girl, you're so stupid. Like, English is one of the hardest languages to learn outside of like it being your native language. It's like the top 3. And
they were fumbling.
Shit.
They were still fumbling to standardize English. So like, bump English. you know, bump.
Ratchet as fuck. Absolutely, Nick.
Crazy.
Creole is French.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's who owned all those colonies. Just like the parent to Poranke is Spanish, and the parent for Ebonics or AAVE is English.
All right, let's see. So yeah, because I gotta study, y'all. So
I'm so sorry.
no, I'm not. No, you don't apologize. Because the conversation is really good. We gotta stay on time, you know what I'm saying? Hold on.
And I definitely do want to reiterate, OMG, I definitely was not laughing at you.
It's
my patience is low, so it's been a rough day.
Yeah.
And it's just frustrating sometimes, and I'm just like, God damn it, I'm just gonna step back.
No, you're good. But yeah, so like I was saying, should everybody use it? No. But do we? Yes, everybody uses it in some form, whether you realize it or not, consciously realize it or not. If you realize you're doing it, try to understand the reasons why it exists and where you got it from. And if you decide to, I mean, if you're going to continue using, we can't tell you what to do. We can suggest, but we can't, like we said, some people just, yeah.
Bring the water to the horse. You can't make that bitch drink. Period. Nah.
We can't control you, but we're going to say, like, just try not to. But, it happens. It happens. But at the end of the day, support Black creators who originate and use it authentically. It does not mean we are uneducated, and it's a representation of our cultural backgrounds and what our predecessors endured so that we are able to thrive today. So, that being said, that is the end of the presentation. Congratulations, everybody. We've made it through. We're going to go through the questions that we have. And yes, thank you so much. So let's
thank
take
you
a
all for
look.
being so open and vibrant and understanding of these situations and because these are our lives, and our lives are important. And I know they want to promote all lives matter, but all lives don't matter till Black lives matter.
Okay. No, you didn't do too much,
I
Pop.
hope I didn't do too much of a info dump.
No,
I'm still in the middle of the semester, so.
No, that was what we needed. All of what everybody said tonight was part of this discussion. So I can't thank y'all enough, honestly, because
I actually was super nervous. I didn't know if I was going to be able to contribute or not. But here I was.
Look at
spring
you.
Of life.
Okay, I'm happy. I'm very happy, and I'm very grateful to all of you. So, let's look at this first question. It looks like we have a few. Okay, what happens?
Questions are pinned still, guys.
Yeah.
Just jump in there.
What happens if I eat yellow snow? Sepsis. What? Bacterial infection. Don't eat yellow snow.
Why did you read that?
Because it was a question.
Did you type that? Why?
I don't know
if you were who typed it.
Shame.
Who typed that? No.
Shame on your mama.
But yeah, what are the panel's general feelings on people considering language that is actually AAVE as just millennial slang? There are.
I find that to be kind of dismissive.
Very dismissive.
It seems like you just don't care and you're just kind of trying to shoo it away that I don't need to learn anything more than this. Is a bunch of stupid stuff. It's the type of attitude it sounds like that gives to me.
Mm-hmm.
It gives very, I'm not willing to learn. I'm not willing to understand. And that's where it becomes ignorant. Because you're choosing not to do the work. It's just like, hey, I have to wash clothes, but I don't feel like it. The clothes are just gonna sit there and get dirty until you fucking wash them. Wash your fucking clothes.
And actually, how?
See the alternative? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, how dare they even consider it millennial slang? Like that doesn't even make sense.
Because that would encompass
that ties
all
into
millennials.
What I was about to say.
Yeah.
So the commodification of Ebonics or AAVE is what essentially led to that, right? But you have brands that'll use these different phrases, or TikTok creators who get paid way more money than Black TikTok creators using these words and trends, and somehow it gets written off as, oh, it's just, Gen Z slang or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Which contributes to people not realizing that that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when a journalist tries to write about the phenomenon, they're very ignorant for not doing the research ahead of time, because how can you call yourself a journalist and you're not putting your boots on the ground and figure out what's going on and where the stuff is actually coming from?
Right.
Correct.
It's like people see something, they hear it, and then they just run with it and then don't think about where it comes from. And then when they get checked on it, it's a problem.
I would like to use this in a more common spectrum is like, take for instance, your avid Wikipedia reader, right? And they always go off of what's on that page and they do zero sightings. Like those flat earthers, baby. Please do not go on Wikipedia thinking that you're getting the best knowledge, because let me tell you who is writing those articles, baby, and it's not. Yeah, it's giving yoga gorillas.
Oh,
so no, baby.
They had to do a parade, and their Wikipedia page went from being informed to terrible in a matter of seconds.
It's so scary.
Really go back and look at those sources, because the history is there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if Drake's Wikipedia page hasn't changed yet.
You know, shoot, you might as well. Better go check it out. Okay.
Did they
Matthew was a flat earther for a week. Oh no. Well,
Oh.
Well, at least it was for a week and not for your lifetime.
Okay.
Baby. So congratulations. bitch.
we are, and the Earth isn't round. It's a geode type situation. It's
You better use your terms. Come on, Geo. Sorry, she ate that.
Sorry.
She really ate that up.
you know,
Got together.
the globe is incorrect representation of what we are floating through space on right now. But you know, yeah. Does the panel?
Axis.
Okay. Exactly. Does the panel consider offensive when non-Black people use it in their everyday vocabulary? Yes.
Yes.
Very much.
Very much so.
Because like,
Yeah.
how you get the benefit of what I wrote? You didn't go through my Black trauma, Miss Girl.
Mm-hmm.
You went through your schools with, without a bat of the eye.
Mm-hmm.
I get looked at like I'm fucking crazy. Not to mention I'm short as hell too. So double. So no, don't be using nothing.
Now,
Put it down.
I'm
It's a
not
yes
against,
and a no from me.
I will say I'm not against the study of it
Yeah.
in order to get an understanding. Granted, some classes may force you to speak it. You got to speak something in order to learn it. That's
Mhm.
fine. But for you to just
Correct.
casually use it every day, like it's a part of your being in history, absolutely not.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Because from my understanding, what culture do you have, girl? I'll wait.
A stolen one.
So with
pillage
that
one.
though, like the people who use it and they use it the right way, even if they're not Black, but they're always around us. They're in our culture all the time. The ones, you know which ones I'm talking about. The ones who are with us every step along the way. I don't mind them using it as much because it's natural.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones who are only using it because they saw it in Fortnite or whatever,
Where it sounds cool.
saw it on TikTok, sounds cool, don't even know, doing crip walks and not knowing what a crip walk is, like, I don't go for none of that.
Mm.
Oh,
Like,
baby, if
that's-
you're on a crib walk, you better be careful. Cause
do you remember there was a TikTok trend and they was throwing up GD?
Oh
And,
no.
like,
Oh no. They
yeah.
were?
And
Oh
it was like,
no.
it means love or something like that. I was like, no, you
No.
throwing up a set. I'm like, stop. Like,
Stop it.
Look,
Get
y'all
some
really trying to
help.
die out here. Like, what is we doing?
What are we
And they're like, "Oh,
doing?
it's love. It's love.
No.
Look, you take
Ain't
this
no
and
love
look."
about that, baby. That's
And-
you ready to set it off.
And
Okay.
they put it together, and I'm like, all right, yeah, you made a heart, but I feel like y'all being trolled right now. I'm like, you literally throwing up a set, and you're gonna get in trouble with this
Mhm.
if you go to the wrong place.
Okay.
Oh, whatever. You're just trying to be Black, or I'm like, nah, all right. You know
Okay,
what?
and let
Oh,
me be
brother.
brother,
I was like,
and let your ass get
yeah.
lit the fuck up like a goddamn Christian street
I was
bitch.
like, I said, oh, I guess I overstepped for trying to help. Go ahead, do you.
You know what? How about you mess
But-
around and find out? How about that?
Mhm.
Find out for
Please
yourself.
do. Go do it.
Better than me, 'cause
Enjoy,
I don't be saying
baby.
nothing to them.
Oh,
Okay.
man, if y'all never saw the GD thing, y'all lucky. Because I seen that
Okay.
all over the place over here. And I was like, what is happening right now? I was like, do they not? Yeah.
The kids will literally jump on anything, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Anything.
need like that trend to fit, like that social drive, that need to be seen. Like, I cut it out. The internet is not real, baby. She's
can't.
not her.
You can't take everything
That
you hear
is
on the
a-
internet and just use it. You can't. That's very foolish and wise.
Big reason why I disbanded my Discord. It's like
Okay.
you just don't need it. Like, it's just a space. Like, you don't need these things in front of you, y'all.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Be mindful. Take care of yourself. Learn. Educate.
All right.
Please don't be
see.
stupid by choice.
Please
Next
don't.
question.
Please don't.
Oh my
If it's
God.
someone that was,
needs to be on a shirt.
grew up around
Don't
us
be
and it comes
stupid by
natural,
choice.
Mm-hmm.
it's fine. But my issue is when they act like they are Black,
Yes.
which is why
Oh
I'm just
my
like,
God.
I'd rather not have anybody that's not Black use Ebonics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but
I
you
can
know,
agree with that.
I grew up around y'all, blah blah. But you don't
Okay, but
have
you're
the same
not.
experiences.
So
You're
that sentence
not
right
us.
there, I grew up around y'all. That's nah. That to me
That
shows
was-
that you always felt you was on the outside then.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So someone like in my inner circle, whatever, they'd be like, "Oh, I grew up with you." It wouldn't say I grew up with y'all. Like that shows the separation. Like, Nah, there's a certain way that certain people talk that you can tell if they're with you or not to me. And it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's a certain tone and you can feel it out, I guess.
Without even saying it. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So, OMG asked, "What's acting black?" I want you to question that for yourself. Actually, what is acting black to you?
Mm-hmm.
And I can probably give you a better understanding. What's acting black for you?
Because acting black from an American stance could be different from acting black in a British stance.
In a European setting,
Yeah.
or and things of that nature. So, like, what is the driver piece for acting black?
I immediately read that the wrong way. I'm glad y'all explained.
Oh. While you're
oh no, that reminds me, like, well, I'm assuming some of us here grew up nerdy black.
Yes,
and then like, you don't act
mix
black
of both.
enough.
Mix of both.
How I read acting black, and I'm like,
not they watched Malibu's Most Wanted, but yeah.
I wasn't told that until one of my relationships in grad school. He was like, "Oh, but you don't act like other black women." I'm like, "What are you talking about?
What you mean by that?"
I act like me,
like,
motherfucker. Like, what does that mean?
And
like,
like,
you don't sound
like?
black was the worst thing my friends got. Yeah. You are so well spoken. You don't speak like the other blacks.
You can read like the next formal question. So I didn't want to hold it up. I just wanted to get an idea.
Oh yeah, no.
I've been told I'm very articulate, but that wasn't a race thing. There was literally, how do I put it? My classmates could not express themselves in a well enough manner without getting their emotions involved. Like we had AP US history. We were talking about the Civil War, and I just straight up said, I was like, well, the Confederacy already broke the Constitution because it just went against the Union. If the Union is the law, they just broke the law. So if you wear anything Confederate, like, you're breaking the law. I said it just like that, plain and simple, and everyone else in the room was like, oh, and, that's when the teacher is just like, you're they
simmer
can't
down.
handle. Yeah, so that's where the you're a very articulate comment came from, because just like, I debate well, but I'm not saying this doesn't happen. Like, I've definitely seen from like my peers and stuff that it happened, but it's never happened to me. But it doesn't mean that I don't peep.
Right, exactly. So yeah, so while y'all are ruminating on what was talked about in chat,
come on, ruminating.
Words. Standard English. Anyway, AAVE saying like slay, period, no shade, go off, and others that come from black queer folks tend to go mainstream but not get credited for their source. How can we push back when that happens to ensure we get credit where these words come from?
We can't even get pushback from what was said in the 60s.
Right.
Yeah.
So like it's really hard because like it's, and that's what I was gonna go to, because like I was just citing this earlier, like when we say period, or on fleek, it came from a simple girl trying to get her her eyebrows and her nails done, period. And what did it do? It got thrown into every song, everything imaginable. And is homegirl getting her due diligence?
Nope, not one bit.
Not at all.
And that's not even from like just the black spectrum. That's just from humanity. Like, they just took it, they robbed it, and went with it. It's iconic. It's a thing. But what is, I guess this goes into a sense of humanity rather than just being black. But like, it's more common in the black, but like the human thing, it's just like, once it's gone type situation. Like, I wish there was more I guess there were more notoriety, more fame boosting, just like what was it, Sweet Brown? Ain't nobody got time for that. I gotta give you a cold pop. Homegirl, she wasn't getting nothing until she spoke out on it, and it just sucks that it has to come to that, because that was her. Songs were made, all these things were made, and she didn't really care, because at the time period she was going through crisis in her life. She wasn't worried about getting paid for being funny. Like, her shit just got burned the fuck down.
Right.
So
you know who they did not do that to? The Hawk to a girl. They made sure they helped her every step along the way.
Actually, they
She's still missing.
Because I know. No,
She went missing?
She got fired. She got
Yeah, she was
fired
missing for a little while.
from her job. I know that, but she went missing too.
Well,
Yeah,
she went
apparently
missing
like,
because she did that crypto coin thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
See, that's a different story. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're not
Oh,
here to
no,
discuss
no,
that.
no.
Yeah, nah.
Was she scamming people?
merchandise and all that stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, baby,
Yeah,
she hope
she
she
did
don't
some
get
bad.
found. That's
But-
what she right up off. Scrape her up.
The black dude that filmed her like didn't get anything.
Wow.
He got the views in the beginning, but they all
Mhm.
went for her.
Of course.
But I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
if it's the white dude filming the black lady, like you were just explaining, they still gave the stuff to the white dude who was filming. But when it's a black dude filming, they gave it to the white girl who said the stuff.
Hmm.
Wow,
So I'm
work.
like, it's really hard to win when
Because we
You
don't have
see-
control. Like we don't have that
Exactly.
much power, and we never have. Unfortunately, we have a little something.
We ain't got nothing.
Mhm.
We don't. I didn't want to say it like that.
We
Pop,
ain't-
come
we
on,
ain't got
man.
nothing. No, for real.
We-
We
like,
don't
okay, like-
have anything.
We
Mm-mm.
don't like in the structure of everything, like the whole world. We ain't got shit, bro. Like what,
Mm-mm.
Because
Yeah.
if we did, them black farmers out in Nevada would have been left alone.
Mhm.
yeah,
they buying our shit out. They taking our cures. They blowing
They
us up.
buying
They
nothing,
killing
they
us, murdering us. Child,
it's hard.
Okay.
It's
you
freaking
not
hard.
wrong.
Let's see.
Being-
Oh, well,
And I
South
out
Park
there in
had it
Alpha,
Being black is hard
The-
mode.
East Carolina, where the
Mhm.
mountains are, where
Girl.
all them black homes are in the mountains that didn't get no hurricane aid. Tough.
That
Mhm.
part.
Proud
Yep.
mode
And
fucking
they did
Kingdom
not.
Hearts for the first time, child.
Still
Okay.
have not.
And
With
to
no
this
structure
day,
guide.
to this day, it's
To this
sad.
day.
To this day.
To
Uh,
this day.
But yeah, let's see. What is your favorite AAV thing that you use all the time? You know, I be
That's a hard
saying,
question.
well, I just said it. I be saying, I'm finna go take a nap right quick.
I'm
I'm a,
finna or a girl. I love me a girl, honey.
I say period all the time.
Miss Girl, Miss Honey, Miss Mamas.
I say
Mhm.
I say bet a lot, and then
Bet.
a minute.
Mhm.
A minute can be long or it can be short. You got to listen to how I say it.
Oh, baby,
That's
I'll
all
call
I
you back
can
in a
tell
minute, bitch. I'm calling you the next day.
I'll be there in a
Hello, I'll call
second.
you back.
Give me that
Girl,
5
I'll call you
minutes.
back
Somebody
in a
just-
few.
Somebody just
Mhm.
died. Man, I
I
just
bet.
seen him a minute ago.
Oh
Oh,
no.
I was gonna tell you right now. I'm
Dang,
like, girl, I'll
I
call
ain't
you right
seen
back.
him in a minute.
I'll call
And
back.
for whatever reason, a cold minute and a hot minute. I
Mhm.
ain't seen you in a hot minute. I seen him. Yeah.
Now you know when somebody say a cold minute, that means it's an extensive time. That's giving 5,
Oh, yeah.
10 years.
I-
But it's a hot minute.
Wow.
It might be like a couple months. It might be a couple weeks or so. I
Yep.
seen it in a hot minute, but like a cold minute.
I haven't heard a cold minute. I've only heard hot minute.
Oh, really?
It's rare,
Mhm.
but it happens.
You know what, Mr. Penis are? Where are you? Like, where did you grow
I'm
up?
in
Like, where are
Indiana,
you from?
Midwest.
Me
Yeah.
or him?
Midwest? Okay,
Ah.
okay.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Because like you get a lot of my dialect, and I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
okay, okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
You feel me? You feel me?
A favorite one, but due to the season, if it's too cold, I'll say it's brick.
Brick. Yes. Yes. I keep forgetting that. It's so funny because every year, well, recently, when it gets like super cold in Charlotte, I take a screenshot of the weather app and just replace it all with bricks.
Okay.
Because I'm
Wow.
stupid. I'm just silly like that. I don't. It's
Now,
brick
I never
outside.
said brick, really. I know that's
know?
like for me. I know that was a New York thing, and I've heard it all the time. Like people like it's a brick outside. I'm like,
Mhm.
motherfucker.
That's
Yeah,
wild
hold
that
up.
it's like up in New York. 'Cause-
I hear brick and I immediately think drugs.
Oh no.
no.
Baby.
Hello?
You need to stop being where I'm from. Stop. I ain't gonna lie. No, first thing, like I ain't gonna lie. The drug world in DC
Yeah.
growing up, baby. Y'all thought, huh? That's when
'Cause you
like
be
the HIV/AIDS pandemic, and then it was just crack and
Because of
cocaine
these separate
everywhere,
money?
girl.
Yeah.
It
Cause I
was
hear
a
brick. I'm
tragedy.
like, hey man, you got that brick? Like that
And I'm
was
like, I get that
Mhm.
I'm good.
away.
So let's see. We got one more question, and then Be Nice is gonna have to drop because he's got another engagement. Y'all go check out Maine Academy Wrestling Federation. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I believe.
Check out the whole-
Oh shoot, Lambo's out
Yes.
of control again.
First off, before I leave, I want to thank everybody who put together this wonderful panel. It's important to celebrate us and all the versions of us. And I think the one great thing that was dope about tonight is listening to that AAV vernacular from so many different regions, Pop narrating how so many different regions got to be different, and then just hearing our stories. So thank y'all so much for sharing y'all stories. Remember to continue being unapologetically black. I love each and every one of y'all. Continue to keep being 1% better. Sign up for the block party, and Anca is killing it for 2025, y'all. Y'all give her some love. Tell her happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you. I turned 30 on January 35th. January 35th. Not the 35th of January. January 5th. I turned 30. But Be Nice had a birthday in January as well on the 21st. So
Happy birthday.
Aquarius and Capricorn season. You feel me?
Yeah.
We're getting up there. We're getting up there.
But thank you for being here. All right, let's see. We got one more question. Does the analysis and summary information used to take into account code switching because of the negative stereotypes of AAVE? I think we already answered this just in discussion. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yes, the answer is yes.
But I guess if we wanted to add on to that, there are certain ways that other people are allowed to talk unprofessional when we have to stay professional. And an actor actually just broke this down too. I forget his name. Randall on his name's leaving me. But he was saying when they were coming to do their job, person would show up late. They were using profanity, cussing, doing whatever they wanted to do. Sterling K. Brown, thank you. And nothing was done to them. But Sterling had to show up. He said he'd always show up like an hour early. He was always like dressed as he's supposed to. He knew his lines plus everybody else's lines. And he had to do all that to get to where he is now, while the other person was allowed to do whatever they want. And where I'm working now, I don't ever cuss or use profanity at the job. But these other guys, they'll get away with it. And I'm like, if I talk the way I wanted to, there's no way they would let me do any of this. Like, I would definitely get reprimanded. And that's where I'd go, yeah, you got the negative stereotypes. We have the code switch, but others do not. They can be in the good old boys club.
They can be belligerent, and we gotta be
And to
calm,
double back
docile.
on the code switching is it's just like being nice, you know? It's temporary. It's for the moment, you know? It's not a part of your character. Like being kind, kindness comes from within. That's something you do innately. It's in your spirit. You don't have to put that shit on. Like I tell people all the time, I'm not nice, I'm kind. So I cuss your motherfucking ass out with a heartbeat. But it's with love because I care. If I didn't cuss you out, that means I just don't fuck with you. That was so rough. I'm so sorry.
No, that's literally the essence of what we were here talking about today. Like
Yeah,
what?
I know. Like, I just thought about it. Like, this is a code switch moment. Like, because, you know, I'm trying to be professional. I'm trying to be, you know, the Hilson one. I'm trying to be the girly.
Be professional for who? This is a black stream with black people giving a black
Lady
presentation.
black.
Okay, please.
But this is like, but like,
White lady
seriously,
named
like,
Gail.
shut up. But like, nah, like, I just want this message to be very like conveyed, like, because as you see, like, this is a big thing about neurodivergent persons like myself. I have my highs and my lows all the time. So I'm hyper energy all the time. And I strive to be like, you know, docile, calm. But as soon as I get that excitement, we start talking about something I like, baby, she get up, okay? I sound like a sissy girl, and I'm okay with that. But, you know, at the end of the day, just like, it's a lot. Please don't assume. That's the biggest thing, y'all. Do not assume. Learn. Take the time to ask questions. There's no dumb question. The only dumb question is an unasked question. There are obvious questions, yes, just like Chosen, what's your favorite color type thing. If you see, or like what's one of your favorite characters that you like just off the top, baby.
Kirby.
All these motherfucking Kirby's behind me.
Exactly.
Let's be serious. Let's be real serial. But like,
Okay.
you know, ask questions like when you truly don't know something, and don't be ashamed.
Right.
You know?
If you don't know,
It's
you don't
okay
know.
not to know everything.
Right.
Like, that's why you go to school. That's why you try to make new friends, because you don't know these people. You're trying to gain information. You're trying to assess. You're attempting to do something that people will never want or strive to do.
And I do want to say something as we close. I don't know if y'all will disagree with it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So just to piggyback off the thing where you just mentioned about asking questions, asking, when people do ask questions because they genuinely want to know, and I see other Black people say, well, if you don't know, you don't know, you need to go find out for yourself. What if that one experience is their only chance of learning, and you deny them that because you're like, oh, well, you need to go figure it out for yourself. I'm tired of explaining it. You know? I understand.
What grinds my gears about that.
I understand both sides,
especially because
but
it comes from academics.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I don't need to exhaust that. If you went to school to get an education and you are currently teaching others, you do not need to be telling people it's their job to do the research, because you have the main access to the resources that people need.
Right.
If y'all ever want a book on any topic, especially like music or like Black music, Black diaspora music, feel free to ask me. But there are some people who are in fields that require the labor of educating people and do not want to do that, and you sound ignorant to me. It makes no sense, because why are you withholding information?
Right.
Withholding information is literally the reason why we're in the situation that we're in now. It's by groups like what they call the Black Boule, you know, the Black people that are sitting at the table but gatekeep everything else. You know, the ones that are just like, oh, well, Oprah's rich. Oprah,
But do you see what she's doing? She's gatekeeping.
Not helping us.
Right.
Not a damn thing.
Exactly. So I get both sides. I get the frustration of our community where we're constantly getting asked, well, why? But at the same time, if people genuinely want to know, like they really genuinely want to know, and they're not being disrespectful or anything, why not just share the information with them? Because the other thing that could happen is if you tell them to go look for themselves and they get misinformation, then what?
Then you're mad.
Yeah. Right.
And it's your fault that they went and looked up the wrong thing.
Exactly.
And this is another thing that happened. The thing that upsets me the most about that, when they're like, well, you can go look yourself, is when it's one of our own looking to learn something.
And this is where I'm gonna chime in, because I teach myself this all the time. Patience. As you saw earlier, you know, I kind of had my moment, but please be patient. You know, because people are genuine. People want to know things, and you just have to control yourself. Please don't take that time to be overwhelmingly frustrated to where you can't convey the correctness of the message, or like anticipate, or be like, well, damn, what the girl, what's not clicking? And you know, I'm fault to that, and you know, I'm quick to apologize, and I will say, OMG, sorry about that. That was just me. I couldn't convey it correctly.
You're good.
But just like, please be vulnerable, and please be open when people genuinely express that they want to learn. Either it's about you or it's about your culture. Like, just take that time. But go ahead, Pop.
It is 100% okay to be like, I don't have the spoons to explain today. DM me and we'll set up a time to talk. It's
yes,
that
all
easy.
things are not immediate. It's, you know, it's transactional. You know, give and take. Like, don't give too much of yourself, because like only you know your limit.
Yep.
Don't anticipate people to know that. Just be like, hey, I'm not feeling it today. I might crash out if I answer this, but come back, like, just like we'll put a pin in it.
Right.
DM me that thing, or you know, send me a message, email, whatever the hell we used to communicate, and boom, there we go. And I'm at fault for that sometimes, because you know, neurodivergent people, we overstimulate real quick. Like, I was really nervous doing all this in the first place, but now I'm more comfortable after I've seen, you know, other like minds, other comfortable people, the questions asked, and things of that nature. So I was able to groove my way into it by keeping myself, because I had to code switch. Because, you know, you saw me earlier, I was just like, I don't know that, but you know, just be vulnerable, be receptive, you know, but also know yourself to tell people, like, use your words, articulate your feelings. I figured out the disconnect.
Anca will tell you in a heartbeat. The minute she'll ask me something, I'm like, I'm gonna take a nap and I got you in like 2 hours.
You know, I be saying the same thing to Pop, but then I come back in like 4 business days, and it's all love. I didn't forget.
It's all love.
I promise. Y'all, if y'all like, just like Zen was saying, ask questions, and if we can't answer it right away, we'll put a pin in it. Y'all sometimes gotta remind me, my DMs are closed. You can ping me in the guild. But
I ain't gonna lie, like, when it comes to Discord right now, y'all, I am inaccessible. I have every single server that I'm in,
you know,
I just, because like life has just been dog walking me, like it's nobody's business, and that's okay. I'm just not available for all the things, and
that's
just
okay.
like when Anca reached out to me today, and I was just like, shit.
My gosh, you about to make me cry. Please, no, because I'm really proud of you for, you know, being here, because you could have said no, and that would have been perfectly fine. But I know you was like worried about like not knowing what to say, but you have been absolutely phenomenal, and I wish I could give you a hug. The next time I see you, I'm giving you the biggest hug.
Oh, hugs down, baby.
Okay,
hugs
so
down.
I love you very much. I love all y'all for being here, you know.
Thank you for like giving me, like, I get intimidated by being in these spaces because I've never had that seat. You know, I am a very overlooked person, and I mean that figuratively and actually, like, metaphorically as well. I'm very short, so my opportunities are very slim a lot of the time. I know just about it a lot, but it's a thing that I've learned to cope with in joke. So, you know, being here, being amongst other, you know, Black people, being amongst other gamers, other, you know, just familiarity. This is not something I had in my childhood. I did not have that, and it crushed me. And these are the things that I value the most in the world. So I love y'all so much.
Oh my God, here come the
Please
tears. Here come the
tears. Like, it means a lot, because like through all the like the stress, anxiety, and stuff like that, and depression, like I really be out here making it work. Like, I do what I can. Like, I value all of you.
Because I tried to cry, but the tear ducts are like starting to where my sinuses are, and they hurt right now.
I know.
So it kind of hurts to cry.
I'm so sorry.
If I can cry or not.
Because I'm not expressive. Like, everybody just knows me as the strong person. Like, we were just expressing, like, you know, Black people are strong. I'm not all that all the time, y'all. And I don't express it enough, and I apologize. I don't be having it. And appreciate y'all so much from the bottom of my heart. So thank you, Anca. You were great. I love y'all so much.
You're
glad you're here as well.
Y'all the great ones.
Mr. Payne, you are a treat.
Nice to meet you too.
I can't wait to see your streams. You were great.
Exactly.
Like, you really helped spin the knowledge.
Mr. Payne, you're newer to the guild. It's first time. So welcome to the Black Guild. I'm glad you were able to participate in this with us.
I feel like I'm way behind who's in the guild. But welcome to all of you.
Right. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have y'all.
Absolutely.
Oh, I forgot to mention it earlier. I'm also a guild mentor, so if y'all ever have questions about brand partnerships and things, send us a ticket.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, send a ticket.
About that pod.
I am one of the event and project planning mentors in the Black Guild, so y'all been tearing them events up. I'm proud of y'all. We had to yell at y'all. A little bit, but you know, y'all got it together. We proud of y'all. Keep it coming. But yeah, and then also shout out to the folks in the Linguistic Unity server. This was the first event since it's been revamped, so big shout out to y'all if you came through from the server. It's a cross guild server, so really appreciate anybody that came and was able to celebrate this with us for Black History Month. So this has been a monumental time, and I'm just very, very grateful for everybody here. So yeah, I don't have nothing else to say. I'm gonna I'm gonna shut up. What else? Yeah, anybody else got anything?
No, shut up. Stop,
I'm gonna
girl.
shut up because I do gotta go study, y'all. I wasn't just playing. I got an exam on Friday.
I know.
So.
Oh no.
This conversation we could probably keep going. Like there's still a lot more.
Cram
I'm like,
the night before. No, I'm kidding. Just look at some stuff the night before, and then sleep, and then look at it in the morning.
Yeah.
And then look at it before you go to bed.
Yes,
again
check out Anca's main page, y'all. Don't be playing with my sis. The link is in the motherfucking what's it called? It's in the title. Click on her. Thank you.
Honestly, it's okay if I fail. I can take the exam as many times as I want, but I don't want to have to do that. So we're gonna try to fail.
Crazy. You shouldn't have to do that.
Right.
Also, if you're studying, listen to music that doesn't have any lyrics.
Okay, bet. That's been my problem.
Low vibes and all kinds of stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, don't listen to anything with lyrics because you're gonna end up with learning the words of the song you're listening to more than the information you're trying to study.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna get up out of here. Let's raid somebody from the Black Guild.
I was about to say I'm probably gonna continue.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I kind of want to play Hades.
Well, if you about to continue, then we can raid you. How about that? How about
that's
that?
something.
Sounds like a
Period.
All right, so we're gonna take the party over to Zen. Thank y'all so much for being here. Once again, my name is Bianca, aka Anca, aka IdiosynAnca, a goofy cosplay variety gaming streamer that plays Destiny 2. Let me shut up. All right.
I love you so much because I'm definitely about to get this intro, so I might as well do it now. I'm Delon, the Killsin one. You can call me Killsin or Zen. You know, we play a lot of multi-faceted games: Monster Hunter, Elden Ring, Hades, like you just heard me say, Final Fantasy, all of it, girl. It's sports games. We don't do that. We go outside and play sports. What the fuck?
We love it. We love it.
I'm popping. You're watching Disney Channel.
Papa!
No, okay, that's actually my raid message.
Hello. I love it here.
I mainly speedrun the Yakuza series. I play RPGs, fighting games, and platformers. I'm usually live on Fridays and Sundays. Any other time, I'm not teaching during the week. I'm 2D on Twitch, but in real life, I'm out here teaching folks music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, you really ate me up with that.
It was so smooth. That's
really
the best
was.
part. Shit. Love it. All right, Mr. Payne, you the last one.
Hey, Mr. Pain and Sorrow. I'm live every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. to super late. I'm streaming Marvel Rivals mainly, Art Nights, and then Speedrun Sundays with Played Up.
Sorry, that came out loud. Sorry.
Period.
My fault.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
That's what that was?
Right.
That was an intrusive thought.
Do any of the panelists have special events going on?
Yes. Next Friday, I believe I will be starting off the raid train at 7 a.m.
Let's go.
So that will be different for me. I never stream that early unless I've just been up all night where I'm doing 24, 48 hour streams.
I think the only thing that I'm going to do like really super intensive, because I definitely did take off Friday, the 28th for Monster Hunter. Yeah.
Let's
go. So I feel like I'm going to do like a 24 to 48 hour stream of
Okay.
Monster Hunter Wild, honey. We're going to play through the game as much as possible. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
period 48.
I will try to play with the community ? Because my husband really wants to play with me because that's what brought us together, Monster Hunter.
Oh.
So and our thing is that like we really hate when people come into our huts and die. Don't know how to play.
Oh, I'm crying. Well, I mean,
but I will be playing with the people. He does have to sleep at some point. He sleeps a lot more than I do. I have terrible insomnia. I probably sleep like 4 hours a day. But yeah, just come on down the 28th until the 30th, about the 29th, I guess, because February. Yeah. Oh my God, the legendary Pop No Tarsus followed me.
legendary. Okay, legendary.
Oh, yeah, unless that was from, 'cause I don't follow Mr. Payne.
I mean, I thought you followed me forever ago, Pop. I ain't gonna lie. We know each other for.
Let me make sure.
I don't know. Do
Let
I
me
need to
double
read?
check.
No, you're still on my follow list.
That wasn't for me. Damn.
Hey,
I'm sorry. That's
hey,
somebody
Mr. Payne, type
I was about
something in
to
chat.
say,
I'm too lazy to go look.
I was about to fight Twitch. I was about to be like, I've been following Zen for almost 4.5 years. If you ruin my streak, I was gonna have a word with Dan. I should shoot him in Fortnite again.
Down, y'all. Please go follow all the peeps, okay?
Yes.
All of the people here, because I met Anka in person. Anka's such a sweetie pie.
No, you. Oh my god.
I'm about to steal your Xiao Yu cosplay. Period.
Oh my god. You can't because it's my favorite.
Right up off your back.
Damn. You got any special events coming up?
Do I have something? Actually, we have another linguistic unity event coming up at the 21st of February. It's a Friday. It's part 2 from Latin and Hispanic Heritage Month from October of last year. The first part, we had such a good time during the cultural exchange that we had to separate into 2 parts. The next part will be the language exchange, and we're going to be playing language games, sharing snacks from their cultures and different things like that, and just having a good time. So that's on the 21st of February. And then at the end of the month, we had the Blurred Unite block party starting on February 26th and going to March 2nd. I will be hosting a Destiny 2 event on the 2nd. On the 1st from 12 to 3. And then also, what else we got going on? We have an Ascent Rivals playtest. And if y'all don't know what Ascent Rivals is, it is a pod racing game where you have to do a lot of multitasking. It's very similar to Star Wars when they were pod racing. But you gotta like drive your little pod, but also like be shooting at the people that's driving around you. So yeah, you gotta be really good at the game. But I played it at DreamHack. It was really fun.
That sounds lit.
It's very fast paced. If you're into that kind of stuff, I definitely recommend you play it.
Girl, you saw me out here playing Overwatch and Marvel Rivals. Stop playing with me.
Okay. But yeah, so
we hit our goal.
You did? Yes, go.
Let's go.
Love that.
Appreciate
Let's go. W goal hitting it. We love the support. But yeah, I don't know if I got anything else going on this month.
That way you have to do a 24-hour stream.
Oh gosh, good luck.
The only thing that I'm really gonna try and reiterate as far as event wise is that I'm gonna try and bring back Friday night fight nights to my community.
Oh, so we squabbling up in Tekken. That's what I'm hearing.
Up. And all the things. I'm gonna dust off my PlayStation and bring her back over here.
Okay.
Any games that will be available. There's a list of games that I play as fighting games. I play an extensive amount of fighting games. Anywhere from Tekken 8 to Street Fighter to Under Night In-Birth. If y'all want to gift me games and like if you want to play and such like that, you want to challenge me in, that could work like that. I have a whole poll system that works out. It's a bot. But Friday Night Fight Nights were like a big thing in my community outside of just the multitude of Monster Hunter streams. So yeah, it's like what did I have? I had like Monster Hunter Mondays, and then like Wild Hunt Wednesdays or something like that. And then I had like Friday Night Fight Nights, baby. We was
can't wait
on the Friday nights.
So
we're bringing back Friday Night Fight Nights, baby. Let's get into it.
I can't wait. Moose, no, I'm not playing Rivals, please. Oh my god, y'all gonna make me crash out. Please.
Okay, hold on. So before I continue, I don't want to.
Never played it either.
No.
Stay with the
so
never
like,
played it side.
Has Stay like, they recently did like this thing. Overwatch did like a recap thing, kind of like, well, not a recap. They did an update that they're basically telling us everything that's going on lately. And they're switching up. They're bringing back loot boxes. They're bringing in a new game mode. They're bringing in 2 new characters. They're doing a whole bunch of things to get their character, like their clientele back. And
for Overwatch,
yes, for Overwatch.
Because Marvel Rivals snatched them up.
Rivals said that they weren't doing any resets and for mid-season.
They were not, and now they are doing it. They're bringing it now in Overwatch. They really stepped their cookies up, and I'm just like,
Wait, did we meet at TwitchCon? Did we meet at TwitchCon and I forgot?
We might have. I think so.
Child, you know how many people I met at TwitchCon?
Yeah, I must say this year I met a lot. There was a lot.
Ooh, child, let me tell you.
But I don't want to keep Anka because Anka's got to study.
You know, honestly, at this point, I'm gonna go to bed.
She said, "I'm about to wrap it up, bitch."
I might hop on
Listen,
the game.
I might have to come back for that new support, Miss
Seti.
Codename Aqua, because it's giving Chinese. It's giving Chinese waterbender.
Okay.
Hello. He cute too. You know me. I love me a nasty little support, honey.
Oh,
Yeah. You know I love me a nasty little support. I don't give a fuck about that Freya girl, that DPS girl. You don't need no more DPS. But it was giving. Yeah. She got a crossbow or whatever. I ain't been
had
about
a great
that.
time.
That's a new support. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna shut up now. Sorry.
you're good. All right, y'all. You know, Black people, we don't know how to shut up. It's okay. We love y'all. We could be here for hours, but no, we got to get some rest. Pop definitely got to get some rest. And I'm gonna do like one lab. But you know, it's gonna be all right.
Oh, should I play Tekken instead of Hades? Ooh,
both at the same time. Both of them. I don't know how you gonna do it, but
my computer can't handle that. You tried it, Miss Mamas. You really hate that.
Can I raid you while we in? Well, you in here?
Yeah, because that's what D Nice just did.
Oh, he did.
I think you guys we're just only two streaming, right?
Yes.
No.
Well, no.
Okay, yeah.
Mr. Payne's makes him. Yeah, he's still
Mr.
streaming.
Payne?
He's still streaming.
Oops, I'm so sorry. If you didn't intend on ending, then you could. But if you don't, then yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Do a quick question type thing, and then I was gonna raid you right after.
Listen, take your time. I'm gonna be here. I ain't gonna sleep no time.
That's all right, y'all. We appreciate y'all for being here. This, of course, this is recorded. That'd be crazy if it wasn't. Oh, it's my name is the same everywhere, sweetheart. It's the same.
Okay, she said branding.
Branding.
This one is incorrect.
Hashtag branding.
But yeah.
Okay.
But my name is
I'm the same
IdiosynAnca everywhere. I made sure of that.
Everybody was like, "Oh, well, what's your name?" The Hyozen one, baby.
Okay.
You know who I am. Stop playing with it.
Not Pop the Violent. All right, we got 9 seconds. All right, y'all. Take care.